And let's see. Can start in on the recap. So Val, you would be the scribe. Oh wait, Val's not here. Well, I could roll for it, but does anyone else want to volunteer? Alright, I can roll for it then.
I usually would, but I just did it not long ago.
Alright, I'll roll a d6. Because there's 6 of you. Well, 5, but I'll re-roll a 1. 3. 1, 2, 3. Barrett. Are you okay scribing? I know you just did it last week, but you do get the inspiration point. Alright, and could you give us a recap of last week, Barrett?
Yep. I'm just trying to add the inspiration point from last week. So.
No worries.
Being quartermaster and scribe, this is gonna be fun. So because I did it in form of a status report. Status report. 30th of spring, 5:32, 13th cycle. Chaperon, Anvir, and Odwin Otto go down to the hole, which is estimated to be 300 plus deep. Chaperon, Anvir, and Odwin Otto bring Onyx and his bag, and then Chaperon, Anvir, and Vanguard Val goes down the separate halls. Chaperon, Anvir goes down I forgot what. And Vanguard Val hears noises. Then Vanguard Val finds a room containing 3 civilians and the Bard Calliots, if I said the name right. We free them as we discuss our options, then finish to find Bard Calliots gear. We then run into a combat into a drum. After Sergeant Barrett enters the fight, it goes down and we discuss some more. We then follow our trail back where we find Bard Calliots' gear and a room which contains feces and wizard with a harsh metal. We continue forward as we get into combat. The notes is Sergeant Barrett almost falls. Bard Calliots run to life a wooden spike barricade. We way to name him Barricade. Vanguard Val goes down and gets help using the bomb of Odwin Otto after mission report by Sergeant Barrett. And that's it.
Silence.
I don't know what.
Wondering why I couldn't click on anything. It turns out you can't interact with the chat stream as your character. Wrong screen.
Nice.
I had to think for a second what you meant, and then I clicked, and I was like, "Oh, got it."
Yeah, because I was watching the stream of us, and I was like, "Hang on a minute, I can't do anything with my character."
And just keep pausing the stream or something. Alright. Let's see. Back to the combat.
Can you remind me, we have only, how many foes do we know of at the moment?
One that's paralyzed and one that's gone away.
One of them ran north, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Eldwin is north as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm giving chase.
Okay. Okay.
All
Don't
right.
die, please.
So, Anvir, what do you
Alright.
want to do? I think, didn't you just do your turn? Let's see.
I think you just haven't clicked it over yet, because I just did the whole.
Yeah, you did whole
That was the
person.
last thing.
Alright. New round, Barrett.
I'm trying to figure out what I did.
Shit out of him, Barrett.
Yeah, go up. I believe I'm still in rage. Am I still in No, I dropped it. I dropped it so I can reactivate it as I go into a rage.
And you can You can stand on Anvir's weapon if you wanted.
How many rages do you have left?
After using that one, none.
This is your last one. All right.
Yep.
All right. So you use your last rage. Okay. So a little pixie
Oh no!
appear within 5 feet of you.
Within 5 feet of a creature of his choice.
Yep.
On top
But-
of him.
Actually,
Okay.
it's not 5 feet within a creature. It's just 30 feet around him. He gets
Yeah,
to
no,
pick
it has to be within 5 feet of a creature within the 30 feet.
it. Sure, yes.
Yeah, but the
So-
problem is there's nowhere safe to put it right now.
I mean, he could put it away from everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and mark yourself as raging.
Oh, where did Val go?
I disappeared.
Val is in the background.
He just disappeared.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
Elf.
The Rome token. Where's the rage token? That is.
All right. So
Is it
you're raging as your bonus action.
Well, in that case, he can. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
What else are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out where I can put it. Where I
Would the
don't-
end of the current turn be the end of Barrett's turn or the end of the round?
Be the end of Barrett's turn. He's at the top of the round.
Okay.
So I hit twice.
Alright. So you recklessly
Oh, yeah.
attack, which
He's
is
paralyzed. You don't
yeah.
need to
You already had
Yeah,
advantage, but
No,
27 will strike.
Reckless.
And it's an auto
That
crit.
was very
Right.
reckless of you. Doing 16. It is a crit, so I need another D10 to add to that. So 25 damage on the first hit. Second attack, 17 will also hit. Doing another 18 plus a D10.
Wait, if it's an auto crit, do I get rid of purple?
Oh, you would.
If you
You
are someone
melee.
who has that, you would, yeah.
Yeah, I do. But it's for the weapon. Never mind.
Alright, so 25 damage on that hit. Which would put him near death.
What is the Pitsy because this is the first time I'm using it, I'm trying to figure out the things around the Pitsy itself. Is it a cube or just...
Well, it's a small creature, I believe.
Tiny
So
ones, isn't it?
so you
Oh,
could
it's
just
okay.
put it on the knoll and it'll just blow up on both of you.
Yeah, that's on.
Alright, so the knoll automatically fails, taking 2 force damage. Okay.
I'm assuming I need to make a death save.
Yes.
14. My save's 14.
Alright, so you would make it. Alright, that's it for you. Eldwin.
Alright. So, just remind me. So I was able to see they went through some passage way down here.
Yeah, it looks like he may have slipped away through some sort of passage here.
Alright. In that case, I'm gonna see that I am gonna be way separated, so I'll just move. And alright, that's hasted. I'm not even gonna bother counting this out. Gonna move down here, and I will take 3 stabs. First one, booming blade.
What's this music?
Alright, 16 will strike with the first attack. You lunge in, stabbing him. To do 8 thunder and 13 piercing, which would take him down. And that would end combat. So what do you all want to do?
Do I remember us hearing more coming from this hallway, or did we already take care of that?
Yeah, you
remember-
heard some noise from back there, but I don't think you looked into it.
Question. I remember we heard talking. Was it in common?
It was, yeah.
It sounds like the Steel Shadow might be attacking. Maybe we should meet up with them. Better that than them mistake us for enemies and shoot us in the back.
They did leave, though, I think, when they dropped me in the cage, but maybe they're hanging around.
I think they've come back.
Don't get me wrong. I do think maybe forming like some alliance or truce with the Steel Shadows a good idea, but I find it'd be a little hard for them to mistake us for enemies in the middle of a knoll encampment.
You never know.
I mean,
I'm just gonna look it up.
maybe Val,
Yeah.
but
Can Ramti take a look? Can I look through her eyes real quick? Just keep an eye out for us.
Yeah, if you look through her eyes, the hallway seems empty.
Okay, I'll share that with the group.
How long does your barricade last?
1 hour.
Alright, so you can put
Nice.
that under extended effects,
very C-aid.
just so we remember what time you cast it and when it lasts till.
What symbol would that be?
No, it's just
No,
the
it's,
spreadsheet.
You want me to do it
At
for
the
you?
very, very, very top of like where your character stuff is, there's important campaign
No.
info.
He's
He
talking
moved
about
it to
the Google Doc now.
he moved
Yeah.
it to
Oh,
Google
there's a
Doc,
good.
yeah.
Oh,
It's part of the
sorry,
Google
I
Doc
stepped
now.
away
Ah,
from
right.
it. I think I missed.
I
that.
see. I see.
That's where the watch rotation is now as well, just to keep it all in one place.
Okay.
We should probably
Yes,
remove the old treasury from Roll20 as well.
Oh, is it still there? I can remove it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Character info, group info.
That's
Do
what
you have all the
And the
stuff you
watches, I
need from
guess.
the group treasury?
Well, he's been keeping it. Trey has been keeping it in the Google Doc for at least a few sessions.
That
Alright,
for a
I'll
while.
delete it. What's the
And the
gray
watches,
manor?
it looks like.
That's the house that we bought
Yeah, that then never returned.
that we've never been gone back to.
Alright, I'll just delete that for now. I should
You
probably
mean it's the B&B?
I should probably add that to the strongholds as one of them.
I'll transfer the watch info over, although we need to update it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there. I made a gray manor spot in the strongholds.
How what's the spell?
And I'll
for
delete the watches.
Barricade itself.
It's not a spell, it's a feature called Performance of Creation.
Okay.
There you go. I got it in there for you.
Animating performance, sorry, not Performance of Creation. I ruined everything.
Yeah, you should be able to copy the day and time from the calendar for any of those effects, just so you know if it's still going or not. But yeah, what does the group want to do?
Just
So
trying to
the
think who I gave my
hallway,
dog.
you heard the yelling, but now the hallway over there seems empty.
I think Onyx was one of the people I gave Dark Vision to, right? And that's why I can't think of the fourth person who has it.
Probably.
What time did we enter this area?
That I am not sure of. But I
Either
know
way-
it's 2:30 at the moment.
Should we just say 2, man? I don't think it's been that long
Sure.
in terms of D&D time.
Yeah, I was just trying to put the Eisen Knight under a spell effect, but I couldn't remember when I started it.
How long does it last for?
Honestly, like
1 hour.
I don't think we should continue relying on dark vision as we keep going through. I think the Steel Shadow probably has this place now on high alert. They're not exactly being stealthy.
The dark vision still helps.
Alright.
Question is do
I don't
we
think
feel-
it does.
You've noticed
feel
the rumbling seems to have slowed. So maybe the earthquakes are done.
We took some pretty hard hits. Do we feel like we can, keep opening doors and take some more encounters, or I don't know. What are we thinking?
I mean, I'm fine.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
I am very hurt.
Yeah, I don't think Barrett is in great shape either. I think we got him
No.
back up to over half, but
No, I'm still under.
You just let Anvir take the front for a while.
This is
Do
natural
I-
plays.
Here, Otto's carrying 2 potions of healing. I feel like Eldwin should take at least one.
Actually,
I
oh,
lead
that's
the way.
what's wrong with me. Let me check if I have.
And Barrett, do you want the other?
I might as well. I don't have any on me.
Okay.
I'll take.
I just
I'll
I
take
don't want to
one.
risk us like getting into a combat and then having to use our actions to try and barely keep you guys up, you know? If we can just use the actions now.
I drink.
All right, I've removed both of those from my inventory.
How much is the word potion healing?
2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Just while we're sitting around, I'm going to use my Harness Divine Power and use a Channel Divinity to get a 2nd level spell slot.
Alright. So you draw
I
some
also-
energy. Yeah.
So I'm guessing we don't really have time to take a rest right now, right?
Oh, just make sure if you're using the ability, try to put it in the log just so in case we need to look back later we could see.
Yep.
Which ability?
Well, like he said, Harness Divine Power, for example.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I think your
Anvil-
barbarian is giving some spell power to someone.
Oh, yay.
I am. Both Andre and Otto.
Oh, thank you. I got a 2nd level. Ooh.
Oh, I got a first. I mean, I still needed one, so that's fine.
Barbarian is just transferring magical energy to you two.
Very
Love
cool.
it. All right, so do we want to open some doors down here? Do we want to head back to the previous hallway, or do we want to move forward where this guy ran away?
I kind of want to
Thank you.
chase that guy. He seemed important.
Yeah. Also, we could let Barry lead the way.
If we're going after that guy, then we definitely need to keep lights on. He was a Gloomstalker, so
Yeah.
using dark vision is only going to hurt us.
Do I have light? I can't remember. Yeah, I do. I do have light,
I'm
so I
actually
can
gonna
I can contribute to one of the light sources.
Anyway, so if it looks like that we're just gonna keep going, I'm gonna down one of the potions I have. This is
Yeah.
greater healing.
I don't have the most healing, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the whole group is. We have a little bit of heals kind of spread out, and not any real big concentrated heals. We had a life cleric for like 2 sessions.
Yeah. Well, technically 3 with me running one of them.
True. Who would like to lead the way? Is that going to be you, Barrett?
Might as well be.
All right, I'm gonna.
You hop on Barry and he can fly you.
Or I
around.
guess I could put my light spell on Barry.
Yes,
my
that's
God.
a
Alright.
good idea.
I will light Barry up.
All
Yep.
right.
As if they got anything, and I'm gonna hop off Barry, and let him kind of fly. You know, like Barrett is now in control basically for the time, even though I have to do it technically, but not
Alright.
anymore.
So Barry is lit up by your magic. Let me just mark him with a light. I guess
It's what
We
you
both
thought you'd
got
be
it.
doing in a D&D campaign, lighting up a barricade, just walking around.
Well, yes, but not in that sense. You know, I thought maybe, set one on fire.
Yeah, light it up.
Remind me,
Light one up, baby.
Yep.
what's a potion of greater healing?
I believe it's 4d4
4.
plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. For some reason, it was marked in here as 2d4. And I'm like, that's not right.
He's
Yeah,
got
I
double
got-
8.
Goes up
He
like
got
2
ripped
each
off.
time, right? 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, I think so.
Does this barricade have vision? Interesting. Alright.
Which way
Doesn't
are
need
we
vision.
Yes,
going?
it does have vision.
It just grows eyes.
Yep. It's
Alright,
got 60 feet dark vision.
where's Barry going?
I think are we following somewhere
I think we
new
wanna
or
go
following
this way.
Gloomstalker up this way?
Oh, that's what I heard people voting for. I'm not sure.
I didn't vote.
Not
We're
sure.
going.
Barry's gonna go wherever Barrett leads. You're basically riding a horse at the moment. A barricade horse.
And I don't know where we're going. If we're going to the door or after the Gloomstalker.
It looks like we're.
Wait,
Well, the only
Going-
person who has spoken up voted for Gloomstalker. Does anyone else want to chime in? Because
Well,
I'm fine. with it.
Eldwin, you would know that Barry could not fit through the squeezing squares where the Gloomstalker went.
Oh,
He's
It's
a
a
large
very,
boy.
it's a very tight fit to get.
go him. The door
Anybody?
or back where we came from?
I say the door.
One. Let's crack the
yeah.
door.
All right.
Okay then.
Barry's little hand comes out like a T-Rex hand. Nah.
Alright, so Barry's up front.
Yep. He's
Barry
getting.
is-
Unfortunately, Barry cannot actually open the door,
No, he cannot.
but someone else certainly can, and he could be
Barry
the
can jump
first one in.
down.
Punch it. That's about it.
Is the door locked?
The double door appears to be closed. If you jiggle the handle, it seems like it's open.
Is the door trapped?
Not that you can see, and it probably would have set off the trap if it was.
Good point. I slowly open the door.
Alright,
Loads.
give me one moment.
It was instant death.
For some reason, I'm getting a little bit of lag.
Yeah, I've been getting hardware acceleration warnings. It's from Roll20 this evening. I don't normally have that problem. I mean, it could be my hardware, but
Let me try to reload. One moment. See if this fixes it. Alright, well... Here, let me see if I can do it manually. Alright, so the double doors open inward. Inside, you would see an empty area. Except in the corner, kind of off to the side here, there is a large pile of gold ore.
Ooh.
Rumty will keep watch where she's at.
So it seems they have extracted some ore from a mine somewhere, most likely.
I was gonna say, there's some gold ore in here, down here at the bottom.
We can just pile that into, I guess, the bag of holding for now.
Well, like, can we?
Does
Would
it
we
have
be able?
enough
Would it be
weight?
able to carry it all?
Oh, that's true.
We have about 234 pounds available in the bag.
Trying to reveal it. I have a feeling it's all going to pop in suddenly. But anyway, there's probably about 350 gold pieces worth of gold there. So whatever that would weigh.
Okay,
And so it wouldn't be, well, hang on.
I think we could. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, there's a couple of nuggets basically, which I think would be about 7 or 8 pounds. Although I guess
Yeah,
if
we've got
it's
plenty of room.
raw, maybe it would be a little bit more. We'll say it's like 20 pounds.
20 pounds, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I
Still nowhere
in.
near the 200.
Yeah.
Right.
take it up and put it into the bag.
All right. You put the nuggets into the bag of holding. This might be some one of the Knowles treasury areas.
You said gold bars? Or
No, gold ore.
gold
Like
ore? Okay.
raw ore. With your passive perception, Otto, you would see
Oh, sorry.
what looks
Yeah,
like
just-
a bunch of feces in the corner here.
Fantastic. I
Uh,
was just, as usual, going to activate Eldritch Sight just to check for magical auras.
If you do that, you would see an aura coming from the wall near the feces.
There's something
Magical
smelly
feces.
over here, but also something magical. Hoo-hoo.
I
And he
will
would point.
ask. Yeah, without pointing it out. This wall or the
Mhm.
one above it?
The wall looks
Uh,
strange here. Investigation might tell you more.
Okay, I will investigate. What is that?
What is what?
I'm getting. I don't know what World 20 just
Oh,
spit
just
out.
popped up.
Oh, it's
I
just
think the
Cthulhu.
macro
It's
is
Cthulhu. It's fine.
broken.
The Chaos Gods.
Gremlins in the machine.
Hey,
So you're looking at the wall, but you can't really make heads or tails of it. Just looks like an odd spot on the wall. But you do, Otto, you do think there's something behind it.
What's the
Oh,
aura I'm getting? The school.
You would have to see the item.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you
Alright,
can't, at least from what I remember, you can't read auras unless you're actually looking at the item.
Can I
Oh,
try
okay.
and investigate the wall?
You certainly can.
Can I guide myself first?
Yeah, so you do a quick blessing from your deity as you go to look at the wall.
I think the
Investigation.
bless was Barrett rolling something.
yeah, I'm trying to
Ugh.
test. So apparently all my skills are doing it.
And
So unfortunately, you also are just confused looking at it. You're not sure what's
Oh,
going
well,
on.
let me in there. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
I'm
He
more
doesn't really want to go.
perception
And
guy.
Barrett stepped
he
in the
doesn't
poop.
want to go. Yeah, I was
Yep.
going to say, I don't really want to go towards the poop, but I'll give it a try.
Just prestidigitation, clean up the poop.
Scrapes
Oh,
his
thank you.
beat off. Alright, go ahead, give me an investigation.
Oh,
well, it's
goddamn.
a little bit higher. So yeah, you're looking around here, and you figure out a way to move some of the rocks on the wall to the side, and there is a spear inside the wall.
Look at this. Looky here. He'll pull it out. And I assume that's got the magical aura on it.
Yes. This
That's a
spear looks old and elven. Does not look like, well, you have history, right, Otto?
I
Or
do
who has
not.
history? Was it
I do.
Onvir? So yeah, it looks like an elven design to you. Probably not made by these guys.
I'll hold it out towards Eldwin and Onvir for whomever wants to examine it further. And I know
I
Eldwin's
will
our
take it and put it
identifier.
into the bag.
Let's say, Bear, do you want to just hold on to this? Because you can
Yeah.
probably best use a spear.
Yeah, I'm putting it into the bag for now.
We also could use it to arm NPCs if none of us end up wanting it.
We know it's magical, so it has to
Yeah.
be identified. So I'm just putting it in the bag for now.
Yep.
All right, so you put the spear in the bag of holding.
Yeah, make sure to put under unidentified stuff.
Oh, it's a spear of holding.
Under a folding.
Spear of holding.
Spear
I
of
don't even
holding.
know how that would work, but that'd be hilarious.
So apparently, all my.
But you just hold it in your hand.
It's not a very useful item.
No,
I
you just
don't-
literally hold it.
I don't know what's going on with Roll20, but all my skills from acrobatics to survival not working
Are you using a macro or are you clicking them on your sheet?
on my sheet.
You
I'm
might have a
resolved.
corrupt character sheet. I had to
Let me just-
replace one of mine once when everything went
I'll do a
bad.
cartwheel to see if I'm affected. I'm good.
This cartwheeling is successful.
Actually, I guess I
You
could
know,
actually. Yeah.
I resaw the Roll20.
Yeah, that one's not my macro, so I just thought I'd try my skills
yeah,
from the sheet,
I
and
think-
it works. Yeah.
I think I might have the corrupt character sheet. Three of them.
Yeah,
Well, I guess I could look at your sheet.
Because it seems it's only the skills itself. The rest still works. Even saving throws, so. Just ability scores.
Yeah, it looks like. I'm not sure why, but it looks like your sheet is not doing skill checks.
I can roll
So,
them manually for now, and then we can figure out later.
yeah, you might just have to do like a remake or something. We can figure it out though. Alright, so you take the mysterious spear. And what are you gonna do?
I think this room is cleared out, Otto.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that he didn't see anything else when he did his walkthrough. Magic eyes on.
No, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Just the gold ore he was storing. What did I say? That was 300? Right?
Ish.
Yeah, you said it was 300, worth 300 gold and weighs 20 pounds.
Okay.
I would also, while my magic eyes are on, just pop up here to where Eldwin was and just see if there's anything of note.
No, there's nothing magical back there.
Or
I
any,
don't
like,
know
well,
how to
I was
spell
just,
work.
perceiving for anything of interest as well. So. That's odd looking.
You would see the little, like, squeezing area back there, but nothing really
Okay.
else.
Woohoo, I guess we go on
I
back
think
to
that
the
we,
previous hallway.
I think we only have one path open to us right now.
I will.
Well, there's a
activate-
couple.
At least if
couple
you want to bring
branching
Barry.
paths, but south.
Yeah. There's the passage we didn't break down the barricade, and then there's a couple rooms at the beginning of the fortress we skipped that we might have to go back to.
I'm activating magic awareness on this room, see if there's anything.
So a lot of them. There's just two of them we didn't. Or three.
The two at the beginning, yeah.
Alright,
I'm
so
pretty sure they were
you
just
look around the room up here. It doesn't look like there's anything in here right now. It just seems like an empty room. Empty, caved-in room area.
Do I see anything on this wall?
No, you wouldn't.
He does a little skip around the room. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah,
This is where some of the guys we fought came out of here, huh?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
hiding in here behind
Yeah.
the barricade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So which way do we go?
Down south, but I think.
Oh,
Unless we wanna-
sorry.
yeah.
Actually, Otto, you would have noticed something strange about the wall back here.
Oh, my back.
cool.
Is
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Give me one sec. I think I just gotta switch web browser.
There are some scratch marks on the floor indicating that this wall might open somehow. But nothing Well, investigation might tell you something. You think that you don't see a way of opening this wall from here. You wonder if there's someplace else in the area that will open the wall. But it definitely looks like something's going on.
This is a passage from the other side, methinks. At least, maybe.
Does someone want to stay here? Or we just come back to it if we
And
hear it
I
open?
think we should stay together, but perhaps keep in mind while we're checking the other rooms to look for the other side.
Yep.
Why are we looking for heaven?
Look at that.
Sorry, I kept hearing the other side. Couldn't stop thinking about that.
We haven't been down this way, have we?
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's where we're heading next, I think. Or, yeah.
Boop. So which door do we want to investigate first?
One you're next to.
So as you get over here, you would see the door here looks like it's been barred up. Looks like it probably hasn't been opened in a long time, and there is a piece of wood there, and in Nolish it is carved with the, someone speaks Nolish, right?
Yeah.
It's carved with the words "Do not open" in Nolish.
Hey,
This door just seems to be a normal double door that is not barricaded.
Hey, Ido, that room over there says "Do not open," same as the other one, way back where.
So it's similar to this one, then? Is that what we're talking about, Lou?
It's similar to the one you found to the north that was also barricaded, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
It said, "Do not
The
open."
shaman one? The shaman's room.
Oh yeah. That someone said it was the shamans.
By order of the shaman, do not order.
Right.
Yeah,
that
this
Is
one
there
would have
any-
similar markings.
Are there any gap under the door, cracks in the door, keyhole, anything like that?
So if you look under the cracks in the door, you would see what looks like the bottom of a statue in the room, but it's hard to make out with the limited visibility.
And the millipede go under the crack and look a little closer? Go under the gap?
How big is the millipede?
Tiny.
I mean, I would assume a millipede was, like an insect size, but...
There's a millipede?
So...
A centipede, sorry, yeah.
It's probably not going to be enough space, because it is very close to
okay.
the floor.
Okay.
This is a well-made door.
It's an old, well-made door.
Yeah, Calix, I think that you probably weren't aware. She's usually invisible, so you might not even have ever seen it. But Rumpty is often a centipede crawling along the ceiling and invisible. So when I have the little snail logo on her, that's to remind me she's in millipede form.
That's terrifying.
Centipede, millipede. I always get the two mixed up.
I will investigate this door's trap since we cannot go through the other one.
All right,
wait.
give me one moment to check something.
Oh, no.
What's this thing? There it is. Okay, sorry. What's going on?
I'm gonna investigate this door since we cannot go through the other.
Well, you can. You'd have to rip all the bar, like the bardings off, but
The safe way.
this door seems open. If you push it inward, are you opening it?
I'm investigating first, but that's a sense.
Okay. So you investigate the door, taking a quick look with your passive perception as well. It looks like there are tracks on the ground, booted tracks. Someone came through here recently.
I will then say that to the rest of them.
You don't think it was Knowles. But as for the door, it looks normal to you. Looks like this area is in use by the Knowles, probably, because it's not locked or barred.
I'll tell them all of that and say, do we go in?
I mean, open the door and see what's there for now, at least.
Definitely sounds like the Steel Shadow.
I carefully open the door.
Do the Knolls wear boots?
Some of them do, not generally.
Okay.
Most of them don't.
Real
Alright.
hassle. They have to get
The ones who
custom-made
wanna be
boots.
different.
Yeah, they got pretty big clawed feet.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I would assume that they would make their own boots to fit their feet, just as we humans make our own boots to fit ours.
Alright, so you push the double doors open. It makes a bit of a creaking noise. And you open it up into a room with a big support structure in the center. Looks like there are some old holy symbols on the wall that may have been scratched off by the Knolls or someone. And there are a couple of tents in the room.
I
On
reckon
the
what the holy symbols used to be.
You believe they are symbols to Corellin.
You know, I've heard that name. They're more
Otto.
good-like, right?
It is the majorly worshipped god of the elves.
Yeah, the big one.
Hey Otto, can you come here and use your stupidly high perception?
I can also activate Eldritch Sight and take a little skip around the room.
So you don't find anything magical, but in the southern tent here, you would find 50 gold pieces worth of religious components.
These might be of use. Ooh, and he hands them over to Barrett since you've got the bag.
Into the bag and trying to figure out where did he? You said 50.
I might as well look
Yeah,
in this other
50
tent
gold
up
piece.
here. This
it-
one that's made out of a sack of potatoes.
It looks to be empty. Just an old
I'm
smelly
going to-
sleeping bag.
Nothing in here. It's
I'd
rank,
like
though.
to carefully examine this wall. Actually, yeah, I mean, just kind of all the walls, like, just real closely, since we know that there might be a passage somewhere.
Alright, the walls are full of old, cracked stones, but nothing catches your eye.
Yeah, so I'll just spend a few minutes poking at the cracks and stuff until the party kind of tells me to come along.
I think we're done.
All right, coming.
We don't want our prey being stolen. Now, that was just out of character. Now that I said that, I was just like, there's no way Envy would say that.
No.
Was that your
So
AJ
does this
showing?
Look like a dead end.
Yes.
No,
Oh,
this
wait,
leads to a
no.
new area.
Oh, okay.
So you can keep following the passageway. In fact, it looks like there's light coming from somewhere far down the hallway.
So we either open demon doors, open the long barricaded doors, or we continue to the next area.
I say we head down. I do not like demons.
I agree.
That is
Okay.
a fair point.
Although,
I
if
am
we
cu-
come across
I'm curious
against
about
Casimir
the-
again, I will do something about that.
I'm actually curious about the long barricaded doors, much more so than the demon doors, but we can
Oh,
hopefully
same.
come back. Yeah.
I want to go to those at some point too.
Alright, so you're gonna
Down
follow
the
this
hall.
hallway?
Yeah.
I guess I'll keep Barry behind us for a bit of cover at all times.
Alright, Barry
For
is.
the time
Just a
being.
moving barricade behind
Yep.
us.
Yep. Keep-
Like, literally just barricading the just coming back with us as we move.
Yep,
Barry's
the party
backing us
is
up.
barricade.
That's
Barry's
literally
got
the
our back.
best rear defense you could have. Just a literal barricade moving with you.
Oh, is it a new map?
It
No
is.
flanking.
Allowed.
Okay.
Just making
If someone's
sure
following, they'll be like, "How come I'm not getting closer? This barricade doesn't seem to be getting closer to us."
It'd be the cruelest trick ever. And all of a sudden, the barricade starts running towards you.
That would actually be kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it's like,
Or
I
at least-
swear to
at
God,
least-
this,
Startling, yes.
the most
Six
horrifying
eyes.
part would be like if he like literally turned around.
Yeah, like,
So,
stop following me.
And they just charged at him. It's
See,
oh, I
like,
didn't see you before.
12 different eyes split through the timber as he looks at you.
Oh, that's just horrifying.
Like Pan's
Depending on, like,
Labyrinth.
Depending on how like gothic and evil you wanted your character, that would be the best way to describe that. Just like, oh, you animate an object and all the cracks just have eyes peering through.
Alright, so you are walking down this hallway, and up ahead you do see what looks like a large amount of light.
I am still on the map, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you see that there's an area down here. The hallway kind of opens up into like almost like a little underground cave, but there are obvious sunstones in this area, giving the area light as if it was fully lit. You would also, I think only one of you, I believe it is Otto, with your high perception, you would hear talking coming from somewhere ahead.
Walking ahead. Ooh, he would whisper.
As you walk outside, or at least out of the dungeon into the stone area, there is a piece of an old statue lying on the floor here. You should see yourselves momentarily. Oh, do I not have vision through Calyx? No, I don't. That makes sense. Let's make sure I have that.
I'm blind!
Legally blind.
Okay.
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Val's
I love
not
that.
here.
What the fuck is this face?
Like I said, it looks like a piece of an old statue.
So
I'm
that's
confused because I haven't pulled up the map yet.
Me neither. I've got a black screen square.
Well, you,
I'm
I just
expecting
don't
a
have the
small
light
statue.
sources out yet.
Oh,
So
right.
who had light on them?
I did.
You had a
Very
torchlight?
good.
And barricade. Oh god, I can see this whole map.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I
Once
can
again.
see. Like I can see to like here.
Literally, I can see this whole map because it's under 300 feet.
Well, shouldn't we? be
Yeah,
able
so
to-
you're
we
sort
have
of
enough
up
room?
Oh,
higher.
that's right. You guys all have it. You guys have the 300 feet.
I don't.
Yeah,
you
you're
would.
sort
Yeah,
of.
he put it on. He put it on everyone but Otto.
Well,
It's
and it
not
wouldn't
on
have
me.
been it wouldn't have been on Calahax because
Well,
we had
the,
wasn't
there.
The area is lit up
Yeah,
anyway.
true.
I don't
Um,
have it. Anyway.
I still can't see.
Okay, it might be a token issue then.
I can see where you're clicking, but not any map.
Yeah, and I don't have the dark vision.
Do you have night vision
I
normally,
got
Calix?
120 dark. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a deep boy, deepy gnome.
Now I'm
Double
deep.
deep.
300.
Alright, let me try this.
I'm sorry. We have a rod of Asimodeus? What the f*** did y'all get that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing.
Can you see
Rumpty's
now?
gonna switch to
Yes, I can see now.
Okay, so you see a bunch of stairways kind of going down.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Several platforms, and like I said, it looks like an old statue that may have fallen apart here with just its face still intact, or at least parts of it. Up on the wall, you see the rest of the statue, a huge, like, hulking statue that kind of extends upward. And as I said, far above you would see light stones illuminating the area. And here, let me just put some light on in here, because I don't think all of you can see right now.
I have the light from the sunstones, but that's about it. I don't have the dark vision. There we go.
But yeah, you as you come walking out here, the voices stop, Otto.
like they might have heard something, and
Possibly.
he would hold up his finger to his lips and kind of like peer around at the group, give a silent little chuckle.
So yeah, you would also notice there are very old, looks like some sort of shroomwood plants kind of growing down here, which are mostly dead, and just kind of the wood is left.
Just out of curiosity, is his face like
Anyone.
like?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like it reminds him of. anyone
It
that he's
looks
lived in.
partially elven to you, but yeah, you're not sure who it was supposed to represent.
Too many
Rumpty
things
peers.
lost.
Rumpty peers down this pit.
The pit goes farther than Romty can see.
Okay, so it's
It
deeper
looks
than
like-
120 feet, guys.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of old well, maybe. Kind of fell apart.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna take myself carefully.
Can
over
I
here.
crawl up on Barry and ride him, and then I'm gonna look through Romty's eyes and just kind of investigate a little bit while the group moves through the space.
I think Calix should be able to control Barry, right?
Yes, I can. Lovely.
So I'll say you can command him and he'll go where you tell him. He's making a
pick me
lot
up.
of noise as the
Oh God.
the large wood is creaking as it moves around.
Like hover.
He can, but he's not the smartest sharp. He's a barricade.
Yeah.
Not the smartest tool in the shed.
No. He's gonna pick me up as well, and then we'll just cruise down.
I will say do we go down the stairs or investigate the well that could possibly kill someone?
I think we leave the well.
Oh
Go
well.
down the stairs then. God.
Just
Right.
for now.
So as you're walking down the stairs, you would hear movement. And as you get to there, you would see several figures down here.
I will do like a hand sign for a stop.
So a couple of people step out from behind the tree. Looks like they were hiding there. And they draw their weapons. What do you want to do?
Does it look like they have intention of attacking?
Well, they have their weapons out.
Are they humans?
Still
They
Shadow.
do look to be human. It's hard to say if they're Steel Shadow, but you might think they are.
I'm gonna cast Enemies Abound on. Oh, we think they're Steel Shadow.
Yeah, don't do anything.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Daniela, are you fellows with the Steel Shadow by chance?
They sort of look to, so you would see two guys who aren't very well armored. That sort of look like this. One guy who's wearing heavy armor, who looks almost like he's some sort of paladin.
Okay.
And there's another heavily armored guy behind the tree over here. Though he doesn't have as much weaponry. The one with less weaponry looks over at Barrett coming down the stairs, and he says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I would not say anything. I would Andre talk for me.
I think AJ just stepped away.
Oh, god damn it. Why do I have to pay attention to what we're doing?
Not
We-
friends of the cultist, Knowles. We are not. Hoo-hoo.
He says, "Are you
Sorry.
part of the Steel Shadow?"
No, but our interests may align here in this camp, in this place.
Give me initiative rolls.
Oh no.
Okay.
That was the wrong. That should have been a yes.
What's up?
Make sure Otto's on
They
the.
asked
initiative.
if we were Steel Shadow, and I said no, and now we're rolling initiative. That's it. That's all you missed.
Is that a.
God.
Well, I
Oh,
did
nice.
say that we're not friends of the.
Initiative date? What? I hate my initiative rolls so much.
Have a look at mine. Have a look at mine.
Oh no, I have advantage and I usually roll shit.
I'm
Is
too busy.
everyone-
Just
Call
ahead.
17
Yeah.
bad.
Is everyone
Oh, I
on
didn't
there?
mean to do twice.
think so.
Okay. So
I think I'm too busy playing a gnomish nursery rhyme for Otto, so we're not paying attention very much.
So the champion is going to act first. The cleric yells, "Don't let them come any closer." And the champion is going to pull out his short bow from his back. And he's going to use it on Barrett. So he'll step next to the tree here. He's going to take some shots.
I don't have a range weapon.
Ooh, 22, I think is going to hit you.
Yep, that hits me.
So the first shot will hit you for 14 damage. The first bow shot.
How can I do math?
The second attack, luckily will miss you. It hits the cover you're standing behind. And the third attack,
It's
22 will strike you, doing 14 points of damage. Barrett,
oh,
you're up.
I'm trying to do some quick math. I believe I'm below.
Yeah, it's 1/4 or below if you're near death, and I believe you are near death.
I thought it was 1/3.
It was, but I changed it, so it's half of
Okay.
half.
Yeah, I'm below half. Where's your death sign? Are these? If I run down here, would I have to jump over the rocks, or is that?
Those would just be difficult terrain.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. So this would be 35, 40.
Yeah.
I will run down. And I will throw the +1 dagger returning towards the priest.
All right. He has cover from the trees. Is it within 20 feet? I think that would also be long range.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
2060, so no, 13's gonna miss as he lifts his shield and blocks it.
Try again, 24. No, 14.
Yeah, 24 will strike.
Long range though, disadvantage.
Oh, long range. Yeah, you're right. So that would miss, unfortunately.
Can you do it, thumbs? Nope, that's me done.
All right, Anvir.
The stairs don't like hinder movement at all.
No, you can rush down the stairs.
So get down to here, and then
You guys were gonna have the
I'm going-
barricade in front.
apparently it became the rear guard. I'm not sure.
It
what
did
happened
at some point. It did become the rear guard because it was just
there.
easier.
And I'm just double checking. These guys are all in range. Yes. I'm gonna cast a 4th level hold person on all 3 of those other guys.
Oh,
nice.
What? Okay then. Vermion's business.
So all 3 of these guys over here have to do a wisdom save.
All right, so you can't casting hold person. What level did you do it at?
4th.
Oh, okay. Alright, so the first guy has to make a wisdom save.
Oh.
Actually, let me check something before I do that.
Sorry, 9th level spellcast, the fuck?
Okay. So the first guy is going to try to do a wisdom save. No, he would fail, so he is paralyzed. Second guy.
Was the first guy that attacked me.
Second guy is
Yeah.
going to try to wisdom save. He would fail as well. So he is paralyzed. And the third guy. Wisdom save. Oh, he would make it, so he resists. Anything else?
I think that'll be about it. Damn, he rolled real high on that. He
Oh.
had a very high chance of sucking that, on like failing that.
Alright. I'm going to start moving. Is this difficult terrain right here?
Yeah.
5, 10, 20. Uh, 25, 30. Yeah, that's close I can get. And let's see. I'll just. I'll just call out to the four of them. It's like, we can stop this now. We don't have to come to blows.
They
All right.
already shot me.
Are you gonna take any actions?
I will hold a firebolt and aim for whoever, like if one of them tries to attack again.
All right, Romty.
She's gonna dash 80 feet. She's still invisible, and she is 10 feet up from this platform. So she's staying at the same altitude, whatever that is from the lower platform.
That's probably
so-
about 30 feet up.
Okay. That's all.
Alright, so he flies out invisibly into the cave. The gladiator is paralyzed for now. Calyx. Oh, at the end of the turn he gets another wisdom save, right?
Yes.
No, I think it's for duration, isn't it?
No, not for a whole
Fine.
person.
No, it's at the end of turn.
Is 17
Oh,
enough?
No, 18.
Alright, so he is held. Calyx.
Alright. So, Calyx sees this around and he sees the fire in Eldwin's hands. And he goes, "Oh, thank you. That looks useful." And he draws the fire from his hand, from Eldwin's hand, and casts Firebolt at this paralyzed guy down here.
Alright, so you would have advantage.
That
Thank you.
is
No,
perfect. A perfect way to do it.
Is it?
Oh god, that
I think it's only
That was
melee
bad.
attacks that crit, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
only
15 would miss him, sadly, as
Yeah.
the tree kind of gets in the way.
that was not enough fire, Eldwin. More next time, please.
It's
and-
attack rolls.
Otto.
Dude steals my attack and goes, not good enough.
I'm also going to command Barry to fly us about 20 feet over the ledge.
Did you roll initiative for Barry, or does he go after you?
He shares my initiative, goes after me.
Alright, so when you finish, Barry will go ahead and fly.
Let's move maybe out to about... Oh, I can move him, can't I?
Yes.
I'm going to move him to here.
Alright, so you're doing a magic carpet ride.
Yep.
It can show you the world.
Sorry, it's not very beautiful, but I'm showing you.
I'm just imagining Calyx just like singing. Oh no!
I'm literally singing Gnomish nursery rhymes while we're flying. Whee!
Otto.
Following along, but it's just 10 times creepier.
Well, I feel like we are now a likely target for this priest to throw something at. So I'm going to use one of my elemental affinities.
Okay. Up there, you're about 40 feet from the ground right now, just FYI.
Okay. And, let's see. Elemental gift, sorry.
Barry's a large entity. We've got some cover, surely.
All right. So now I'm flying, and I will fly away so that we're not grouped up.
Alright, you fly over that way.
Yeah, I'll probably go here-ish. And I'm going to we needn't fight. We're just here to kill gnolls. This is up to you. And I'm gonna cast
Actually, before I left Barry, could I have used my emboldening bond?
Sure.
Then I will do that, and that will be my turn. And I'm going to put it on Calyx, on
Thank you.
Veer, and myself. Because
Alright.
oh, wait, is Eldwin in range? Wait, I would have put it on an Eldwin. He would have been in range. Yeah. So Eldwin, Calyx, and Onveer.
Barry cries a little bit.
So this gladiator is gonna break his hold on his turn. With a saving throw.
And
God damn.
That's his turn.
But that is the end of the beast turn, though.
It is. So that is it for him. The war priest goes.
I'm sorry, what, please?
He is going to.
Cleric, probably, like me.
That's not free.
That's just the book on this list, Jesus.
Know what to do. He's seen a barricade flying around. Fusion.
Yeah. What level is that ability? Your barricade thing?
Oh no.
It's level 6 feature.
No.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Level 6.
And I already took my
Let me check.
What the fuck?
That's Barry.
So,
What the?
all
God
of
damn.
text for a living wall.
That's even bigger than what
I'm
Astral had.
assuming it would be a third level, because it says you can, unless you expend a third level or higher slot to use it again. So I'm assuming it would be the equivalent of a third level spell if that's what you're after.
Yeah. Because that is a magical effect.
That can't be the spell, but it's just like
It's not technically a spell.
It's a class. It's an ability.
It's just Barry.
It's just Barry.
This is cave.
He is going to. Yeah, I guess that would be about third level, probably level 6 in terms of spell casting. So the priest is going to start chanting.
Oh, his time ran out. Sorry.
He is going to cast Dispel Magic.
Oh no.
And Barry goes.
Barry!
Barry! You scream as you fall down. Because I don't think he has to make a roll. So you come crashing down. Give me an athletics check.
As Calyx is starting to fall, he picks out a little feather.
Oh,
and
Featherfall. Nice. Alright, so you're. Go ahead and spend your reaction.
You think I'm going to have ability to fly things and not be able to save myself from falling?
Point
Alright.
taken.
So mark yourself as using your reaction, and you would
Mhm.
cast Featherfall as you safely float to the ground. The large armored man then steps up, engaging you.
Hello.
That is it for him. New round. It's gonna be the champion. So
Puppetry time to music.
he goes 10, 20, staying behind the wall. He's gonna take 2 more shots at Barrett, who's running down the stairs right now. 3 shots. Pew! 15.
It's.
Alright, so you are struck for 18, which I think is going to bring you down.
I'm down. Yeah.
He then is going to take aim at Onveer.
the first hit would trigger my reaction.
Oh, what are you doing?
I was gonna fire a firebolt at him.
Alright, so you take a shot at this guy.
Where's the?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it would hit the wall in front of him. His second shot's going to go up at Anvir. Oh no,
Oh, God.
crits.
Oh, imagine if that hit me. And then I'd
12,
just say-
17, 25 damage. A nasty hit.
Ow.
Alright, Barrett, whisper me a death save.
I also need to make a concentration check. I forgot to put concentrating on myself.
Is it just
Oh.
a d20?
Yeah, just whisper me a d20 roll.
Okay. The GM. Do that.
Alright, so
Okay.
adjust your sheet accordingly.
Well,
Anvir, you will hold your spell. Or wait, did you hold your spell? Just
I
hold
think
it.
just,
Okay.
'cause
Yeah.
It was 25, you said?
Yeah. So 26 or
Yeah.
under, yeah, so you did hold it. It is your turn.
So Barrett's like unconscious right now, right?
Yes, he's down.
I'm going to. Okay. I'm gonna cast Aura of Light. No.
Do you have all of my powder?
I kinda do, but no, I was about to cast it, and then I was like, wait, that's concentration. So what I will do instead is I will channel Divinity as my action
Okay.
and do my Twilight Sanctuary.
Alright, so you are surrounded by a 30-foot aura of dim light.
And for my bonus action, I'll do a 3rd level healing word on Barrett. Which appears to be another glitch spell. I have been replacing them, but like I haven't caught all of them yet.
That's fine. So
I'll just
Barrett,
do this for now.
you are healed. You have exhaustion, but you're back up, gaining 6 points of health.
It would be 10 because
Or
it doesn't
10.
have my spell modifier there.
Okay. Anything else?
And that will end my turn. Actually, I might do some movement quickly. I'll come closer to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, getting
Actually,
kind of
there's-
behind the rocks down there.
This is like a little wall, right?
Yes, so you do have moderate cover from missile fire up there, because you have the wall and you have an elevated position.
Drop.
Alright, so you go prone, which should actually give you full cover. Romti,
She's going
My
to
turn.
swoop down
Oh.
and carry this.
never mind, Eldwin. Sorry.
Never mind. First, I'm gonna activate my blade song.
Okay, so you begin blade dancing.
So I'm gonna move
You
40
become
feet.
Elven.
I'll run all the way down here. And let me double check if I'm close enough or not. No, I'm not. Nope. Let me see the wording on this thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely not. In that case, over to the left towards the paralyzed guy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell out like, tried to warn you guys.
Alright, so you throw a fireball.
That's a good damage fireball, my word.
it is.
Go ahead and place it.
See, I told you, you just need to believe.
Left a bit.
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
I did ask him to do better in fire, so it makes sense.
I'd get down by my own teammate and so die.
Alright,
Wouldn't
well,
be the first
the
time.
first guy would make it.
Wow.
That's not
So
the
that's...
paralyzed guy, right?
No, that's the unparalyzed go. So he would take 18, I believe.
Yes.
The second guy is paralyzed, so he automatically takes the 37.
It's a pretty good roll.
Nice.
And the big guy, or the paladin-looking guy, who hasn't been hurt yet.
I'm curious, what would my dex been? 18. Okay.
He's gonna use Indomitable.
Yep.
God damn it.
Try it one more time.
Heck, gone to burn it.
No, he is gonna take the full damage, unfortunate for him. Still looking
feeling for
pretty
them,
healthy,
that's-
though.
Yeah, I figured. Dude's got 3 attacks. He's probably like the equivalent of level 11 or something.
Well, he's hanging out with a level, like a caster who has level 9 spells, so I
It wasn't level 9 spells, it was a level 9
Level
spell
caster.
Oh, right, sorry,
He's-
Yeah, that's,
yeah,
I
he was
misspoke,
our
but
level.
yeah, still. Okay,
That's
gotcha,
it
yeah.
for Eldwin. Romty.
So what's the math for her to go diagonally? She's down 20 and over 20. What?
So you just have to spend 5 feet every time you descend 5 feet, basically. So you're 30 feet up right now, I think, right? Or wait, 40 feet up.
Oh, I have 20 on her token. Okay.
Because you said you wanted her to stay at the height of this, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I think that is... Yeah, I said it was a 40-foot drop, so yeah, she'd be 40 feet, sorry.
Okay. All right. Well then, I guess
I think
will...
I think it was lower over here. Maybe that's why. But anyway. Yeah, so she's 40 feet up flying around.
Oh, okay. Well, then she can't get to the priest, can she? Without dashing.
So she
Or
could...
maybe not even dashing.
Well, she could descend 40 feet, which would put her, like, over in this area, I believe. And I guess she could fly through the trees. What's her movement?
40.
So with a dash, she could definitely get to him, but she wouldn't be able to harry this turn.
All right. Well, I wanted to end the turn in the aura, so she will go down to 10 feet and
Okay.
over to here.
Alright, so she is kind of at the edge of the aura there. The gladiator goes. He's still paralyzed, so I'll give him his save at the end of the turn.
Thank you, Anvir.
I just realized if I didn't take that healing potion, I would have been down much sooner.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's still paralyzed, unfortunately for him.
2
Calyx.
ones in a row on that temp HP.
Oh boy, I'm gonna say to this guy, point away from him, I can't believe your ex-wife is here. Look at that. And then I'm just gonna go invisible and try and run into these trees a little bit.
Alright, so you cast invisibility and go into the trees there.
I assume because I'm small, I could maybe weave through it a little bit to get in there.
Well, it's just difficult terrain, so you could go in there. It would just be
Okay.
20 feet of movement to get to that spot. So that's 30 feet.
I'll just stay here.
Okay.
And before I run off, though, I will inspire Barrett. You've got this, Barrett. I believe in you.
Mark yourself as invisible and concentrating. Alright, so that's it for
Is
you.
the ninja the invisibility?
I believe so. It's on the list there. If you look in the chat, there's like the list of everything. It's in alphabetical order.
Oh, right, there it is, sorry.
Alright, so Otto, what are you gonna do?
So I flew down 20 feet from where the barricade was hovering. So what altitude am I at now?
20 feet, I believe.
20. Okay.
Because
Just
you
making sure.
were at 40.
So am I in range? Am I within 120 feet of the spot?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do exactly what Eldwin did.
Alright, so you chant summoning another fireball.
Curious, would I made that save?
Oh, I
That
would
was
definitely.
No.
No, I definitely wouldn't put it
No,
on
I'm just-
Barrett. Yeah.
I'm just wanting to see if
curious.
I.
Okay, I'll pull out the spell circle if you want me to, you know.
Barrett, I posted the most motor potential for you to read if
Yeah.
you want to use the bardic kit.
Alright, the first guy does not dodge it, so he takes 33. The second guy can't dodge it, so he takes 33, and that would wound him.
God, whole person is so good.
Mhm. Especially when you're able to keep your
Humans.
distance. Yeah.
When it's humans, yeah.
Humanoids.
Oh, yeah, he would make it. So the paladin guy makes it, taking 11. Or wait, no. 15.
33.
16.
Divided by
Yeah.
11.
16, yeah.
Divided by 2 is
Alright.
11. What?
That is it for you, Otto.
Let me just see. Do I have any? I always forget, like, what bonus actions he's got. Okay, yeah, nothing else I can do this time. I might. No, I'm gonna stay where I am. Yep. That's it.
The
For real.
gladiator is going to bang his spear on his shield, go 5, 15. He yells, take out the flyers. 20, 25, 30. And he's going to go stabby on a downed Barrett.
I don't. Oh, wait. No, I have still pulling on there. Oh, yeah.
19, I'm guessing would hit you.
The 15 hits, there we go.
So 12 piercing.
Go. Back down.
Alright. He is then going to take his spear.
Please don't say it's.
I'm
stabbed
sorry,
in Barrett.
I
No.
forgot. Never mind. I meant to go into the aura, but yeah. Sorry. bad.
He is going to throw his spear at Anvir, I think.
Full cover at the moment.
Oh, you went prone. He's going to throw a spear where he sees the
Oh, yeah,
trees
sorry.
moving over here.
I'll mark myself quickly.
I'm sorry. It's Anvil with the V.
21 becomes a 10, and I believe he missed Calyx because of the disadvantage.
That was a miss, yes.
Oh,
Alright. As a item
He
interaction,
aims a few feet too high.
yeah. As an item interaction, he pulls out another spear from his back. The war priest goes.
Or priest.
Indeed.
I just think the green circle is the people going.
I know. I keep doing that too. And especially since they're back to back.
Anvir.
Oh, yeah.
Can I not? Can he see me? Because I'm
He
prone behind the
can-
wall.
He can probably. Well.
He's also behind a wall.
I'll be like
If-
half cover.
Because the way I would be, because I can't really put it, is I would be right in that little corner if I could be. Like huddled down in that little corner.
Oh. Interesting.
Get down there, you realise that's an outside latrine.
I didn't like that.
You are within 60 feet. I didn't think you were.
Is that interesting?
It's never good to see an arrow pointing towards you and then hear the words interesting.
He is going to cast a spell.
Wow, a war priest casting spell.
So he casts a spell. I need a charisma save, Eldwin.
Oh God.
Oh. Oh.
Bad at these. I'll use a point, I guess. See if maybe it'll help.
What does banishment do if
I'm about to go bye-bye.
no, if you're on the same plane that you're born
That only matters.
For a minute.
You go to a harmless demi-plane.
Alright, so Eldwin will poof out of existence. And he begins concentrating.
the noise you made when he went poof.
And then he's going to move 10, 15, 20, and he says there's an invisible one somewhere. Be careful. New round, the champion's going to go. 10,
Not
15,
invisible.
20, 30, and he's going to dash 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, coming up the stairs. Luckily, he can't swing at you just yet. Barrett, unfortunately, you are unconscious again. Yeah.
Why did I mention the champion just stepping on my body as he went past? I just see that.
Yeah,
Just kicks
pretty
you.
much.
Give me a death save whispered. Okay.
I did.
Anvir. The cleric will say, if you throw your weapons down, we will let you live.
We never wanted to fight you to begin with.
Yeah, so he's calling for your surrender, basically. But it's your
I don't know
turn.
if
What do you want to do?
From what we've heard about the Steel Shadow, and my decent insight, do I get the idea that this will not be favorable for us if we throw down our weapons?
I mean, you're not sure what they're doing here. You doubt they're here hunting you.
They left me in the prison to die, even though they came
How
to take
likely
me.
are we going to end up to be slaves from what we've heard? And
Oh, you probably won't
how-
be slaves. Most likely, although they might keep your stuff.
I don't want
but
them to keep our
Conscription.
shit.
Yeah. Probably, I mean, probably not enslave you.
I still don't want all of our shit to get stolen. So,
Well,
If
they might. You don't know for sure. You have history, right?
yes.
So you know that they're kind of a clandestine organization. Maybe they have done some questionable things at times, but generally I don't want to say honorable, but they're not like bloodthirsty or anything. They're not slavers. They're not bandits.
I won't, like, throw my weapon, like, fully away, but I will, like... I assume I have a strap for it to somewhere, so I will, like, holster it and say, if you're willing to, I don't mind talking.
Alright, so you holster your weapon.
Yeah, I'm kind of, like, putting my hands up. I'll say, don't mind the aura. That literally only, like, heals.
Alright, Eldwin is banished. Unfortunately, there's no save. Romti.
She's gonna.
I'll drop concentration on the paralyzed just to show, like, good and
Okay.
that's
was
pretty
awfully
good.
kind of you. Yeah. When we're down to and
I'm hoping
yeah,
to parlay.
she's gonna Ramti's gonna swoop past the priest to help action to startle.
Harry him. Alright.
Yeah.
Like, what? Alright, so he has advantage on the next attack against him. This guy now freed is gonna run 10, 20, 30. And he is gonna go 5, 15, 25, 30 as he starts running up the stairs. Calix.
Did I hear the conversation up the stairs, or is it?
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
I'm
So,
saying this quite
Just to
loudly.
clarify, Anvir, you didn't use an action and you didn't hold anything?
I think so.
No, I
Oh,
think he
okay.
just put his weapon away.
I'm trying to convince them to stop fighting us.
Well, that's what Otto's been doing since the start, is telling them that we didn't need to fight, and obviously they're into it.
I think while I'm listening to this, I'm just gonna stealth and move a couple of squares down this way.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Raven, I sent you a message, by the way, on roll.
Boy.
Oh,
I
I
ain't
would
that
have stood
stealthy.
up on my turn just so I'm not like bloody sat in a corner with this guy next to me.
Alright, so
And
you're
I
moving-
will end my turn.
Did he hear that? 14.
I heard it in real life. It was that bad.
Okay, so Otto, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I don't think these guys are gonna stop attacking us, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast, see if I can make this guy lose his concentration.
Alright. Go ahead and give me some shots. Nope, he would block the first one, and 10 would miss with the second.
Shit. All right, and then I would do a. Since Barrett is down, everybody's parlaying. I think I'm gonna do a healing word. It's only level 1.
Okay. So you do a healing word. Alright, so Barrett, you would gain 4, and you would be conscious again.
I'm just doing another point of exhaustion.
Yeah, you would have 2 levels.
And then Otto is going to fly into the trees. So he'll go down like to probably 10. The trees look pretty tall, so maybe 10 feet off the ground and in among the branches
Okay.
for some cover. Okay.
The gladiator is going to attack Barrett again.
I mean, there was nothing else I could do.
This is gonna be fun.
We're gonna have another dead body.
Lots of misses, though. Oh, 16 is probably going to get you,
Oh,
though.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
What?
I was just thinking that I had advantage on one of my Eldritch Blasts, but it wasn't the right one.
Oh, for the first one? Yeah, for the, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to do subdual damage, and this time instead of, he's just going to knock you out. So you don't get a level of exhaustion, but you are unconscious. Yep. That's it for him.
Not really necessary.
He says, "Are we taking prisoners?" And he says, "We'll see." And he's going to look at Otto flying around. Let's see, what does he got?
What is this music?
He is going to see one of his guys is wounded. No, he's going to save it for later. He'll come up this way. 10, 20, 30, and he will do a Sacred Flame at Otto. I need a dex save. Alright, so you luckily dodge the flame as it comes flying at you. The champion goes. He's gonna. Well, so are you in a surrendering position? Like you trying to surrender to him, Anvir?
I literally just put my weapon away. I'm just like, I'm chill to just talk.
He is going to say, "On your knees." I guess, are you still laying down?
I mean, I kind of was, but I would have gone to stand up, but if he was like on your knees, I would have just sat back down again.
Alright, he's going to use his action, his bonus act, or his item interaction to pull out a rope, and he is going to try to bind you. Which I assume you're going to let him tie you up?
Yes.
Alright, so he binds you. Barrett, you're just unconscious, you don't have to worry about death saves. Anvir.
I'm just kind of.
Oh yeah, you're
Still-
bound. Romti. Eldwin is banished.
Rumpty senses Otto's feeling of hopelessness here, and she's going to fly up with a dash. How tall is the cavern?
Oh, well, the cavern is like, it's probably a couple of 100 feet, so she can fly pretty high.
Okay, so she's going up. So she's now 90 feet up. And she's going to stay invisible and unobserved.
Alright, the gladiator goes. Guess there's no one else. He'll yell at Otto, come down here or else. And he is going to kind of come this way. I guess he'll come over here and tie up Barrett for his turn. So he binds you.
I'm already unconscious.
Yeah, now he's tying you up. Calyx.
Oh boy. I'm gonna say in Gnomish to Otto, I'm not surrendering to these people. They left me to die in that prison. And
Are you saying? Are you speaking? Because I'll probably reveal where you're hiding.
Yeah, but I'm gonna move as well.
Oh, fair enough.
But I'm over here, but I'm gonna say it to Otto, like, you know, being captured by them, it felt like I was dead anyway. So I'm going to then use my action and.
Well, these guys didn't capture you; they just didn't free you. The gnolls.
Yeah, exactly. But I would have asked them to free me, and they left me.
Oh yeah, true. All right, so where are you going?
I'm gonna go over here. And do you have advantage on invisibility stealth?
You don't. You can just hide anywhere. You don't need cover.
Okay, I'm gonna just stand there and re stealth.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh my god, it's even worse.
Luckily, they don't have that great of perceptions.
That's good.
At least the gladiators don't. Yeah, so you don't think they notice you. In fact, you don't think any of them notice you because the others are kind of far away. Otto, what are you going to do?
Is there a place behind these trees where I can completely lose a line of sight on the priest?
Yeah. I mean, are you trying to, like, hide or something?
I want them to not, this one to not be able to see me.
Yeah, you could take the hide though that would be an action.
No, I mean, is there a trunk that is smaller than the small creature that is Otto that I can step behind?
To get full cover. I mean, if you went here and went prone, you probably could, like, flew over to this like little wall here.
So these trees are not not wider than Otto.
I mean, I guess you're small, so you could probably take cover in them. You could probably get full cover. If you did that, you just couldn't do any attacking or anything.
So it'd still be an action, just to get.
No, you could just get full cover behind a tree there.
Okay.
Because you're smaller.
And how much movement would that have taken? Just the 10.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just going to move behind a tree trunk so that I do not have line of sight on that guy, and then I will cast invisibility on myself, and that is at level 2.
Okay.
Just because I can't cast it at. I'm sorry. That is at level 3 because I can't cast it at level 2, and I am. How far am I? This is only by touch. So, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to, and I'm flying, so there's no footsteps to,
there's no footsteps, but if you don't stealth, there would be, like, whooshing, like there's noise.
Okay.
Do you have hide as a bonus, or am I thinking of your other character?
My other character.
Okay.
Wait a second. No, this one.
You have those levels in Rogue?
No, only one level in Rogue. Only one level in Rogue, so yeah.
Okay.
So then he would use the rest of his movement to kind of move in this direction. And that he'd actually have 5 more.
Okay.
That's it.
Gladiator here is going to move out and say, invisible, you say, and he's going to make a active check with his action. See if he can figure out where Calyx is. It's unfortunate you didn't roll very high, but let's see.
I did not.
He's looking around. Oh, he says, there you are. And he rushes over.
Oh,
I trip over a rock.
Oh, God.
Ow!
What the? All right. So the war priest, seeing that those two are tied up, he says, quickly, before the other one comes back. Because actually, I think this is the third round of banishment. 10, 20. No, actually, he's going to come up this way. 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to come up to this area, trying to get ready for Eldwin to come back. The champion is going to come down this way. He's going to try to go after the invisible guy. He's going to make an active perception check. Perception. No, he does not see. He's like, where is he? And he's looking around, but he doesn't notice Calyx. Barrett's tied up, unconscious. Anvir, you're tied up.
Just chilling.
Eldwin's banished. Romty.
she's staying where she is.
All right, the gladiator gonna come over this way. He's gonna throw his spear at where he thinks Otto is. Ooh, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so luckily it doesn't reveal you, but you would take 10 piercing.
Okay.
Calyx.
I don't like him being in my face. So I'm going to stealth away and attempt to head up to here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my my gift of the Snurfnemeblem and give myself advantage on the stealth check.
All right, so you're trying to blend in. Go ahead and link to gift.
Hang on a second, I gotta.
Also, is this rocky terrain? Because we already have the advantage in rocky terrain. It depends on which version of Rock Gnome when you had, or of Deep Gnome you had when you built the guy. Yeah, that's something different. Fine.
Yeah, we're from a different village.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, you are pretty well hidden this time.
And to use an action to dash, would that reveal my stealth or like to move further away?
No, you're okay. You can keep moving stealth.
I'm gonna go in these tree line here, get closer to everyone.
Okay.
Without touching the trees and moving them like last time.
Otto.
Well, that was a good stealth check. But, I am going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 this way. And so if I want to be extra sneaky, I use an action stealth. Right?
So, yes, you could use your action to stealth. Though when you fly down here, you would actually notice something. You would see in the trees down here, there is a woman who is bound and gagged.
God, it's a Kardashian.
All right. I'm going to make note of that and
well, I guess she wouldn't see you because you're you're invisible.
Yeah.
But she's kind of looking around where she hears you flying.
yeah. And I guess I would maybe go up a little higher than I did, so I'll use one less.
All right, you said you
horizontal
made
movement.
did you make a stealth check?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
What are
12.
these stealth rolls of ours? Oh my god.
You graze a tree branch as you're going up.
I can see the branch you hit.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, let's make my last. Oh, wait, yeah, so like I did, let's see here.
All right.
20 horizontal and 10 up. That's 30. Yeah, okay. I think. I don't know.
Luckily, this
Angles.
guy can't see you naturally with a 12. He's going to run over to kind of where he last saw you, look around. Where did he go? Try to do a passive perception check. Would you get those gnomes under control? The guy yells. Oh, there he is! So yeah, he notices you or hears you. He saw the branch moving over here that you just grazed.
Yeah.
The war
I'm
priest.
sitting here like willing for Calix's to get through without his branch movement, and then I do it.
The war priest is going to ready a. Well, let me see. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, so he is going to ready a spell, which would
Which
end
breaks his
your
concentration.
banishment.
Yeah.
And Elwyn, you suddenly appear.
Elvin's just gonna come
What
out,
the-
fireballs blazing.
Thinking about it, it's just like, ah!
Nothing's changed in your world.
The priest is standing over you holding a spell. He says, surrender or you will die. And he is readied in action. That's his turn. So he basically tells you, like, on your knees. Champion goes. He is gonna be like, where is she? Or he, sorry. He's gonna run over, see if he sees the branch moving. Use his action for perception. Oh yeah, he's like, there he is, and he's gonna double move kind of over here, trying
Exact
to
same rolls.
pull out
Yeah.
his bow, but he can't shoot yet. Barrett is captured. Onvir's captured. Eldwin, you see him readying a spell.
Apparently, only one deep gnome is allowed to stealth at one time.
Yeah, you're using the stealth right now, so she
I'm using
can't
the gift of it, so sorry.
share it among your people. So Eldwin, what do you want to do?
It's like I'm just gonna look at him like, you're kidding me, right? We're the ones that said we didn't want to fight.
Are you gonna kneel down?
No, I will like lower my sword, and I'll like, and I'll like step away.
All right. He casts Flame Strike.
Oh.
Wait.
I need a dex
Alright.
save.
Oh.
Because he was readying, if you didn't kneel, he was going to cast Flame Strike.
Alright.
Wow, those are terrible rolls.
Yeah, they
Hey,
really
just
are,
stop.
aren't they?
Hey,
Alright,
Me.
so luckily you do dodge the main blast, as there's just like a huge column of fire that comes down on you.
So I just take 10.
So you would take 5 radiant and 5 fire.
Yeah.
And he will once again yell, on your knees! But that's it for him. Or you. Or no, that's actually still your turn, so you just backed
Yeah.
up and lowered your sword.
I'm just like, really? It's like, and I'll
Honestly, I'm
psychic,
getting sick of this as well.
and I'll psychic glance him.
Alright, you cast Psychic Lance. So that's an int save. He would fail, so he takes 19 psychic damage and is
Incapacitated.
okay. Anything else?
So hold on, 5. 20, 25. I'll walk up to Anvia, and that's all I can do in my turn.
All right, Romty.
She's going to stay at 90 feet, but move, kind of keep an eye out for Calyx. I guess she can't actually see you, but Otto wants her to kind of try and stay near where he might be. Which I guess she wouldn't really know, so maybe she'd end up further away from him. I don't know.
All right, this gladiator is going to come down this way. 30. He's going to try to see you. How high up are you? 20 feet?
20 feet, yeah.
So he saw that tree branch move. Let's see if he can spot you. Nope, he's looking around. Where did she go?
I hope that doesn't mean I just took the stealth back from Calyx.
Oh no.
Calyx.
You've ruined me. I can feel the energy leaving my body. I just witnessed a hostile action that I don't appreciate. And that's why I don't trust these people. And next to Barrett, the ground starts to shake a little bit. And that boulder there stands up.
What's this one's name?
And this is Barry Boulder. It's the same one.
Barry Boulder.
I
It's always
expend a
Barry,
third.
just last name changes.
Yeah, I expend a third level spell slot to do that. Oh god, it's such a big block.
Does it wake
Sorry.
me up? That's
Before you
the
go,
part.
Yep.
Does it wake me up?
I need to expend that spell slot.
All right, so
Using the feature doesn't expend a spell slot, but
well, I thought, doesn't it expend it if you already used it?
Yeah, that's why he said he has to go.
I have to sacrifice a spell slot to
yeah, he's
Oh,
saying
okay.
clicking on it doesn't expend it.
yeah.
Got it. All right, so you make a boulder, man. Brr.
Yep. And the boulder's gonna, as my bonus action's gonna start walking up the stairs.
I love that's also a barricade
Alright.
token.
Unfortunately, you are now revealed, I believe.
No, I'm not,
be a
because
spell.
it's a feature, not a spell or an attack.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All right.
sneaky.
So
Uh-huh.
I think you're I think that it doesn't end your invisibility, but I think that reveals your
Wouldn't use
location.
stealth, though.
I'm doing some strumming on the guitar.
Yeah.
So they hear you.
So they probably know you're there now. But you are still invisible. Otto.
Yes.
Did you have any movement or anything, Calyx?
The bonus action. This was gonna use its. Actually, it can.
All right. So it
Walk up
goes
there
10, 15,
Oh no, I didn't know
20,
if Calyx, if you wanted to move after you had
25, 30 for
finished
its
your
turn.
turn. Yeah, sorry.
Omvia would have
Yeah.
told Calyx that if he sees a big aura around, he should try and stay in it.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
At some point.
And this boulder's gonna like wind up its boulder fist and hold a force slam if that guy approaches.
How much movement does it have?
30. He's gonna hold a punch.
Okay, so he would actually be one back. Well, I guess no, because he could walk around the boulder, so he could be here. All
He is
right.
Boulder.
Oh, there's a second boulder. But
Oh, I
Otto,
see what you're saying.
what are you gonna
I'm
do?
giving your boulder 13 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
Would I get temp HP then, since I'm in the circle?
I guess.
You would, but I want to bring you up.
Yeah, you're
but
still unconscious. All right, so yeah, Otto, what are you gonna do?
I'm flying straight north, 60 feet.
All right, so they hear
Like
you
up.
now, unless you're
Which that puts
stealthing
me-
again.
That puts me at 80 feet. No, I'm dashing. So I'm 80 feet up.
Okay. The gladiator goes. He sees all this happening. He's gonna go 30 feet to here. He says, "We're having trouble. Come on, we gotta subdue these guys." And then he's gonna run 30 feet towards where he heard Calyx. The war priest.
It's the boulder.
is annoyed by all of this.
And I'm
Can't
still
do anything.
unconscious.
He's incapacitated, isn't he?
Yep. Until the start of my turn.
Incapacitated means no actions, right?
He can still speak.
You can speak, and I think he can move, can't he?
Correct. Just no actions or reactions.
Alright. So he will wait. The champion goes. He says, oh, we should have just killed him. He's going to come back this way. He says, this is why we don't take prisoners. And he's going to take his bow and fire at Calyx. Pew, pew.
How could you?
Ow. Ooh, 21's probably going to hit you.
Yeah.
So you take 5 and 8 is 13.
Exactly your temp. Oh wait, you
I didn't get. That's
yeah.
Barry.
That was good old Barry. Second shot. Pew. Ooh, 23.
Nice.
Good shots by him. Not good damage, though. Only 8 damage. And a third shot. Nope, that will miss you. Hit the tree next to you. Barrett's unconscious.
Again.
Anvir.
I'm gonna be like, wait, bloody, untie me. If we're gonna keep fighting, screw it, let's do this.
Alright, unfortunately that will take an action. You can try to get out with acrobatics, but the DC is 20. That would require your action.
I have an acrobatics of 1.
Yeah.
So I would need to roll a 19 or a 20.
Yep.
So-
Easy.
Can I hold my action to do, like, for when my hands are free to cast a spell, or would I need my hands free to stop Barrett? to cast
I
a spell?
think you'd need your hands free if it requires somatic. Because you would you basically be casting the spell and then.
If I
readying
remember
the
correctly,
effect.
there aren't any cleric spells that don't. Oh no, that's verbal. Yeah, or I can't remember. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, you can't ready a spell that is somatic if you're tied up.
Okay, I was just trying to check that. In that case, I'll just quickly do a healing word level 1 as my
All right.
little. There's enough. Yeah, that's right. That's one of the ones that was dead. I need to swap that out quickly at some point. But for now, D4 plus 4.
All right. So 8. You heal yourself for 8.
Oh no, that was for Barrett.
Oh, Barrett, you are healed for 8. So you are conscious but tied up.
Oh yeah.
Eldwin.
What check would it be to untie him, or could I just do that for an action?
Do you have an edged weapon?
I do have a dagger.
Alright, so if you have a blade, you can just cut him free as an action.
Would my rapier work, or does it have to be the dagger?
I think your
Wait,
rapier is piercing.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it like has to be slashing.
Yeah, because you'd have to cut the ropes.
You have to do death by 1,000 strikes with the rapier.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Stab the rope a
So
bunch.
I'll just quickly take out my dagger. I've never had to use this thing.
Alright, so the guy is shaking his head to clear his senses. You quickly pull the dagger, cutting Anvir free. So Anvir, you can say you stood up on your turn if you want, because you were kind of on your knees.
Oh yeah, I would have done that.
But yeah, he would cut your hands free, so you're no longer restrained.
Oh, I also forgot I need to do that.
Okay. I forgot to do my
The cleric kind of shakes his head and he says, "Forget it, just kill them." Is that it, Eldwin?
Would that be like? Would that take my whole action, or would that be like a single attack?
That would take your whole action.
All right. If that takes my whole action, then in that case, I will. Hold on. I'll make sure I got the measurement right for my movement. Yeah. So I'll just then walk down the stairs to make sure I don't. Yeah, to right here, and that's all I can do.
All right, Romty.
Can Ramti use her action to jiggle some tree limbs in a help action that would benefit Calix in his attempts to hide?
Sure. If you want to use her action, you can make a
Okay.
stealth check for her, and it can be higher than Calix's if, yeah.
Oh, well, she's not very stealthy, but
Her
I guess I
knowledge
will
of-
give it a try. It's something.
Just use our gift of stealth.
She might roll high. I mean, you guys
Yeah,
have
she
been
could.
rolling low.
Yeah.
True.
All right, here goes.
Was a natural one.
Or, yeah, she could roll a natural one.
Yeah. She could roll anything, literally.
Even a 25.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Alright, so Calix can use a 22 or what he rolls on his turn.
oh, lovely.
Okay, I'm
As,
sorry I didn't use her action for that before. All right.
Because she starts.
you,
What do you
Ramti.
mean? She has a +5 stealth. That's really good.
I actually forgot she had that much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like
But
that's
I mean,
that's
but
good.
Talking, okay, are you forgetting that my Monday character has +16 stealth? So to me, this
Well,
is
I'm just talking about general ability. 5 + 5 is good. That's a very
yeah.
good
Yeah,
amount
five.
of stealth.
But I forgot. I was thinking she was +3, so I was like,
Alright.
it's okay. But yeah,
So Ramti is kind of shaking the tree over here, and it's like, wait, is he over there? All right. The gladiator goes. He's kind of giving up on Otto because he just hears her flying way above. He's going to come over to here, 30 feet. Then he's going to dash 30 feet. And he yells, just banish him again. And that's it for him. Calix.
Oh boy.
yes. Please use up your spell slots.
Calix thinks to himself, "Is like, Ramti, you are one of the most scary things I've ever seen, but damn, you're good." and he sneaks off this way and tries to get kind of behind that boulder a little bit and attempts to delve.
Okay, so, well, apparently he rolled even better than Ramti. So yeah, he is thoroughly hidden.
Wow,
Nice.
nice. And then Barry will take a step forward and, as a bonus action, and he will punch this dude in the face with
Knock
his
him
rock
off the stairs.
hand. Can you do just a spell attack on this sheet?
If you click on the character sheet, I think there is a attack there. So you can edit the sheet, so you can just change the
Okay.
stats of the dancing item to be what your stats should be.
Okay,
So-
cool.
If you
By the way,
if you click on the cog on the force empowered slam, you can edit it. So you
By
just
the way,
change that.
Alex, since
Yes.
this is the first time you've ended your turn on the circle, you would notice that the kind of dim light rating around him starts
Oh.
to like stick to you. You get 15 temp HP.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much.
Oh, for
oh,
the it wouldn't be this one. It would be the one next to force empowered rend. This thing here, if that makes sense.
I think you guys are whispering this.
No, well, can you see on the sheet where it says force empowered slam?
Yes.
So yeah,
yes.
you can edit those numbers there, like the 2 hit. You set it to whatever it should be, and yeah, just set all the
Okay.
variables.
It's got full of it's got like a full thing of text in that little box.
Yeah.
Let's see if that. Oh, not 90. See if that works.
So it's +9. And what's the is it one target you can see?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the damage? Just 1d10?
Yeah. I don't imagine that hits though.
Let's see.
Well,
That would be more damage. Alright, so it's just 1d10. Alright, so you punch at the cleric, but no, he just puts up his shield and blocks.
it's 1d10 plus my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
a third
so-
level spell slot and a body.
Oh,
I like it as it's like I like just doing things with it.
So +3. I think at this level.
Plus 4.
Is it +4? Alright.
Yeah.
Proficiency for you.
Alright, so yeah,
Plus
he
one
would
up.
take a swing. Unfortunately,
No. He's not used to his
was-
boulder form.
Yeah. He's used to being a barricade. Otto, so you're
Yep.
flying way up at 40 feet invisible.
Oh, she's at 80 from the.
Or
She went
80.
up 60 last round with a dash. So is this a cavern wall right here, basically?
Over here?
No, over here where I was pinging. So
Uh,
the edge of the cavern,
that
or like,
is, yes. There's
Okay.
a wall there.
is there a ledge somewhere there that I could safely stand on?
Yeah, you could fly up on the cave wall there.
Okay, that's what I'll do. So what height am I at?
Probably 80 feet's fine. You could just say you
Okay.
flew over there.
All right. And then, so could I? Do I have a clear like visibility down to like the space next to this woman?
Yes, I mean you can see her down below. She's looks like maybe she is their prisoner and they were hiding her from you all.
Right. If I was to drop an item, I understand that it might make noise down here, but it would be silent up here where I am, or would it draw attention to my spot?
It wouldn't draw attention to you, though it would probably make noise where it hit the floor.
I'm going to.
It's bow wow.
Let me think about this. I apologize. Sorry, I had so many questions because I didn't know like if it would work. I want to drop a small knife. This is not a dagger. This is the small knife that comes in some of the packs, the toolkits and stuff. I want to drop that kind of
So you
down.
you
in the
probably would
vicinity.
have to dig that out of your backpack, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, I will get out a small knife and stay invisible and hang out up here. That's
Okay. The gladiator over here goes. He's just gonna say, fuck it. 10. Or wait, no. 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna rush at you, Eldwin. And he's gonna bop you with a shield. Bunk. Ooh, 24.
18 actually.
Uh,
Placer.
18.
That'd miss.
Alright, he is going to attempt to bop you again. Miss you, and a third one he'll stab. 19 will just miss. The War Priest sighs. He is going to look at Eldwin. He is going to... Yeah, he'll start casting a spell at Eldwin. Do you have any reactions?
No.
Alright. I need another charisma save.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh boy. Let's roll that 19 or 20. Let's go.
Do it.
No!
Oh.
Oof.
It's 0. Nice, nice.
So you pop out. He is going to sigh and say, alright, get the rest of them. We'll handle him
I mean,
after.
you're pretty safe.
So sad. They were in such a nice spot too.
So he's gonna have 10. The timer on that. The champion. So you're awake, but you're still tied up. He's gonna say, I'll get the girl. 10, 15, 20. We have to get out of here. This is taking too long. There might be more of them. He's just gonna dash over here. That's it for him. Barrett's tied up. Anvir.
Wait, do I not get a save to break the restraints?
Oh, you can try to use acrobatics if you can get a 20.
Could I try to use my strength to just break it apart since you said it's a rope?
I would make that a difficulty 25 strength check if you're just trying to break them from behind your back.
I will use a inspiration point for this.
Okay.
Ooh.
You're pulling on it, but it is not budging.
Okay.
Anvir, what are you gonna do?
Thing, I'm going to. Where's my.
At least you had some time to give everyone temp HP.
I'm going to. Sorry, my bloody character sheet got closed by accident.
I need temp HP, so.
Oh yeah, I'll give you yours quickly. I will do. As someone who has banishment, do I know if I cast a spell magic on him, it would then bring it like Eldrin back?
I think you have to. I don't think you can.
Concentration.
Yeah, I
He's
think
the
you have to
one
break the concentration because he isn't actual. Well, I don't know if that counts as an effect on him though.
But do you count a banishment?
I guess
that would have had to
he's.
be
Wasn't
done at the
sure.
cast.
I guess he's channeling the magic, so sure, I'll say if you try to banish on him, it might break it. Or if you do a dispel. Or like interrupt the spell he's holding.
I will. God, the difficult choices. Yeah, I will do a 4th level dispel magic thing because I know otherwise I'll have to do a check.
Alright, so you chant targeting him, dispelling his magic, and that would bring Eldwin back. And he is not happy about that. So is that for you, Anvir?
Bonus action. I'll use my my amulet once a day ability to do a channel divinity to get a second and do harness divine power for channel divinity.
Alright. Eldwin.
Alright.
You are back again. Surprisingly.
Are you feeling dizzy?
Yeah, like feels a little sick. He's like, He's like, looks around, like, okay,
Banishment
got it.
sickness.
Yeah, it's a real thing, guys. And then I will cast Steel Wind Strike,
Ooh.
Alright.
and I'll be able to hit all 3 of these guys, and I will teleport like right here.
Alright, we'll make attack rolls. Start with this guy.
Hold on.
Do they have to be within 30 feet of each other or just 30 feet of you when you started?
I believe it's 30. I believe it's 30 feet when I start it. Let me double check though.
Looks like it's within you, yeah.
Yeah, it's just within range.
Yeah, I
So
wasn't sure.
first one, do I still have Emboldening Bond? Yeah. So I'll do Emboldening Bond on the first one, which will be on the injured one,
Okay.
and then I'll go up from there. So was that D4?
Yep. So +2 to the attack.
And I'll use a point, and I have a bunch of these I want to use up, so advantage
Okay.
on the first one.
Right, rub it in. Rub it.
Poof. 20 will strike.
Do you want me to re-roll the damage or just keep that damage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage.
Alright.
Alright, so 33 on this guy.
Then these will be normal.
He is very wounded. Second attack 21 will strike him.
I need to make a thing for this. Alright.
44. Nice.
And then this is
And-
a cleric.
And the cleric. 21. Yeah, that'll hit.
They roll really well on those.
Alright, so he takes 39. Got it.
No one banishes me twice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that is all I can do. And I'll just say to the cleric right in front of me, he's like, "You sure you want to do this?"
He just smiles at you. Anything else for you? No, Romty.
Gosh. I think she'll I'm gonna help action this guy.
Help action? Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah,
Parry
Harry.
him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Got it.
like a fluttering around his head, really briefly. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Anything else?
No.
The gladiator is going to pull out a greater healing potion and quaff it. Gaining 12. The best roll. Then he's going to... oh, that was his action. He's gonna, like, yell at Barrett, "Stop!" Calyx.
Alex is gonna look at Barrett all struggling down there and just go, honestly, I'm really annoyed. I've been saving this as a snack for later, but you can have it. And he throws a banana to Barrett, and as it hits him, he polymorphs him into a giant ape.
Nice.
Alright, so that would reveal you, but,
Yep.
You-
You owe me a banana.
Would this be a giant ape staff block instead of my own?
yes.
And I would like to use my movement to get it further into this zone.
Alright.
That banana was so fresh and juicy too.
The music was perfectly timed.
Alright.
And then Barry will punch that guy as a bonus action.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Come on, Barry. on,
Alright,
Barry.
Barry's gonna punch at that guy.
Barry!
Can you attack once?
Yes.
Yes, it would be one attack. 19 would strike him.
And how do I do the damage for it? Because I can click only the attack aspect of it.
You click on the thing in chat.
If you hit on it where it should roll the
Ah, there we
damage.
go. 6 force damage to his face. Get punched by a rock, fool.
Alright, well, that wounded him.
Nice.
So that was Barry. Otto, you gonna do
Look,
anything?
Barrett got
Oh.
got his rage back. Look at his face.
Just because you ended those turns so quickly, Calyx, no, that wouldn't replace your 12. But
No, I still have mine, I believe.
yeah, so 12 was the bigger one, and I think I gave him 15 before, so I don't think
I've got 15 now.
for Boulder.
Ah, yes.
You should have 12. He should have 15, I think.
Okay.
No, you set your
I
names up on this.
I can't change his health at the moment, so
That's fine.
I'll just remember.
Otto, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna take flight again. I'm going to move. I'm gonna stay at 80 feet, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think so I'm still in. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go 30 feet this way. Make sure. Yeah, and then I'm still within 20 feet of him, and I'm 80 feet up, so I believe he's still in range. I'm going to Eldritch Blast. This guy.
Who?
The
I'm
one.
assuming this guy.
I don't think I'm in range of anyone.
You're blasting down at the guy who's down here.
Yes.
All right. So you send some shots down at him. 13 would miss, but the 23 on the second shot would hit.
Would she have high ground bonuses and stuff like?
It still wouldn't hit him.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure how big those bonuses are. I can't remember.
All right. So you do
And-
8 points of damage. Yeah.
And I don't know if the repelling blast probably doesn't matter too much, but yeah, maybe if I can push him a little bit away from her or something.
All right. So
And
you
I'm
knock back
visible
10.
now. Yeah.
There he is.
And
Anything
I'm-
else?
Nope.
All right.
I do not have a token, so I'm watching the stream.
So the guy is gonna bang his shield against, or his spear against his shield. He says, I need some healing. And he's gonna stab at the monkey.
Would this... Okay. Would I use the hit points that it says they are 157?
Yeah, so you can't see the giant monkey right now?
No, it's a flat screen.
I think it's because it's my monkey, apparently.
It shouldn't matter.
It's our monkey. Communal monkey.
Oh, the sight's turned off, that's why. You should see now.
There we go. Thank you.
So yeah, he's gonna say, priest, need some healing. He's gonna stab. First attack. 24, I assume will hit.
It's...
So he stabs you for 14 piercing.
It's not the hardest thing to hit.
Second,
That's a lot of meat to hit.
Yep, that's the benefit of it. It's 157 hit point heal.
oh, crit.
Effectively.
Yep.
So you take a total of 30, 40, 44 damage as he stabs you 3
Great.
times.
10 HP carry over to that form.
I don't
not
know
going
actually.
If so, I had 13.
Because
It
it's an
does for wild
outside
shape.
magical force.
It does for wild shape.
I
mean,
believe.
I know that polymorph is not wild shape, but you know.
Question. 42 is the answer.
Because polymorph doesn't end magical
So-
effects on it.
You lose all stats associated with your normal form. So I think the temp HP goes away, but then comes back when you poof back.
You could probably get 8
I wasn't
temporary hit
sure
points.
because it's... Yeah, I wasn't sure because it's not him that's doing it to me. I wasn't 100% sure how that would translate.
Yeah, so I believe you have the temp HP once you get back to your other form. So for now, I don't think you
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm reading with the stats thing. Alright, so that's it for him. The War Priest goes.
Do I take my initiative?
Yeah, you're 17, 13 if you want to roll with the monkey and change it.
Yeah.
I think he's in range.
There's a step out of the monkey that I can control?
Yeah, if you look under resources, under resources, I think it's shapeshifts. There should be a giant ape stat block.
Yep. Okay. I see it.
Is this gonna work? Okay, I think it will. So
I cannot roll with the hit points, but I'm just tracking that manually.
so he's gonna cast a spell. Doing some mass cure wounds. Healing everyone for
That's kind of him.
20. So they gain some health.
Just those two, right?
And him.
Everyone, he
Oh.
said.
Well, everyone but the guy to the south.
Right, but you didn't specify his
We
allies.
also get it.
There is
Not his
initiative.
enemies.
There is an initiative I can roll on the sap walk.
There's a
It's a
D20
little-
dice.
Yeah, it's a little picture. It's always hard to find.
Alright, so that's it for him. New round, the champion goes. How far up are you? 80 feet? He's gonna shoot his short
Otto?
bow.
He's
Yeah.
at 90, yeah. I did that intentionally for the short bow range.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna shoot his short bow. The second
Here
wing
you go,
first. So he gains 20 hit points. Boop, 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 boop. As a bonus action, and then he's gonna take some shots. 12, I think, because you are at long range. Pew, 18.
That hits.
Okay. So you take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And a final shot. Pew. Nope. He is then gonna walk back up to the girl and end his turn. Giant ape.
Me punch. This one.
Alright, you gotta punch that guy. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Nope, he blocks your first attack. He is going to use parry as a reaction to block your second.
You have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, I do.
Wait,
Sorry, I had my mic.
Will that-
I had my mic muted
Will
when I
that
said
carry
that.
over?
when did he get a bardic inspiration?
Near the beginning.
When he was
Around
tied
here.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yes.
said, like, I believe in you or something, or,
Yes,
yeah.
I believe in you, Barrett.
You got this, or something like that.
What's the?
I think it's a D8.
It's a D8, yeah.
Alright, so
7.
you would hit him then.
And then whatever the mode of creation does.
It
Force
hit,
damage, isn't it? Or thunder?
yeah, does 7 thunder damage to creatures that are within 5 feet, enemies within 5 feet.
Enemies or creatures?
Enemies of your choice, I believe.
Actually, would they be
Let me
in
just have
a look.
range?
Yeah, could you link it?
Or the target.
Hang on, where is it?
Well, Rumpty's flying anyway, so I think she's safe.
Each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must make a saving throw.
Of it. So yeah, just him.
Yep,
What
A
type
con
of
save.
save? Con?
con.
Sure. First guy makes it.
Passes.
Second
Takes
guy makes it. But you still do get to punch the guy that you punched.
Oh yeah.
So it's 3d10 plus 6. Not bad.
And you just click on the thing, but alright, 18.
Yeah,
nice.
there's no way to click it.
It should be a little dice icon. It
No,
should be
you
a
just, if you click in, it's the same as with weapons. You just click on fist in the chat and it'll roll
Nah.
it. Like so. Alright, but you do 18 damage to him.
Oh god, that would have been
little-
26.
Both rolled 18.
So he is once again badly wounded. That's it for you, I assume.
Me over.
Alright, Anvir.
You guys rolled the exact same numbers as well. That's funny. I'm going to.
We're in the Pirates of the Caribbean right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
No, it's
I'm-
giant ape music.
going to cast.
Monkey smash.
Yes.
Oh, smash!
God, I don't know. I've used a lot of high level
Polymorph. You need to
slots.
polymorph the enemy into Godzilla, and they can have a kaiju battle.
What I would pay to see that.
Then now, I'm going.
That
to...
could be some of our downtime activities. We polymorph each other and like brawl it out.
We can get tickets, and they can pay to watch the fight.
Okay, but now I think I'm going to bloody. I'll do a Yeah, I'll do a spiritual weapon.
I have a quick question. Is my items like the bag of holding also polymorphed?
Yeah, everything.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah, they like
against
melt
the
into your form.
wounded kind of, like the closer one to me down there, the gladiator.
This guy? Alright, 26 will strike him.
Just bringing the weapon out, and then damage. Just 6. Oops, I removed the spell slot manually by accident, forgetting that it would do it once I rolled the damage.
Alright, so he takes 6.
And then for my action, this guy's gonna be wise as shit. I don't want to fucking hit him with that. I'll toll the dead, the same guy.
Double whammy.
Dong.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it against the priest, and then I was like, wait a minute, he's gonna have a wisdom like a
I'll say
Alright,
he's you
he
on
will
their
fail.
team.
Yeah, he failed that, and then he takes 21 damage.
He goes down.
Nice.
Can the spiritual weapon move the same turn it's summoned?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I thought I'd just double check.
And it would take the bonus action to do it anyway. Like another bonus action.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I'll just chill where I am.
Eldwin.
Alright. That was meant to be for me, ignore that.
I'll just look at this guy and it's just like, yeah, be great if you didn't help them, and I'll cast blindness on him. I'm gonna guess he's not the most constitution.
Constitutional?
Yeah, well, forgot the word halfway through it, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's important for
Alright,
concentration.
con save. Nope, he
No.
would fail, so he is blinded.
He does have a decent one though.
Yeah, decent.
Oh, but that's not bad.
He did-
What's that?
Oh, 6. Dude's got proficiency.
Damn!
Okay.
Anything
What is the
else?
wolf?
Resilient feat.
Yeah, he's a cleric, right? So that's
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
He's
Do they
got
can
that
stay?
resilient feat.
In
Yeah.
concert? I will. Let's see. How far away is that?
I
guy?
just have 22 constitution.
Yeah.
Cleric with 22.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tank.
Honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Clerics are so versatile; they can pretty much have any
Oh.
build.
Walk
Mhm.
closer to the monkey. And.
Alright, Romti.
So if she's 20 feet up and was to fly with her movement speed straight north, would she, like, how high up is that next ledge above?
That one is like 20-ish feet.
So she'd be like right pretty much on level with Fontier and this priest if she flew here.
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, she'll do that. She'll run up there and do the help action on the priest.
All right. Well, he is blind, but
Oh.
double advantage is
Oh, okay.
if he becomes
That was-
unblind.
That was stupid then I don't know.
Take his eyes
Maybe
out.
she didn't realize he was blind, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, the gladiator goes.
For some reason I thought you guys said that the priest had made the save, so I didn't realize he was blind.
You just had a very high con.
He'll stab the monkey,
Wow.
doing
Monkey
13,
stab.
I just gave it 13 temp, so that's all the temp.
14, and 12.
wait,
I
no,
think
that's wrong.
still hits
Sorry.
you.
12 hits, yep.
So you take another 14 and 10 as he stabs you twice.
And 76 HP.
That is it for him. Calyx.
I think I forgot to give him
Boy.
temp HP because he's like not Barrett in the initiative order at the moment.
Oh,
Um,
oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say to this person down next to the giant monkey and be like, "Come on, just look at the size of him versus you. You're done for. Just give up."
He yells, "Dispel his polymorph! Hurry!"
A vicious mockery, this gentleman down here.
Alright, so he is going to attempt a wisdom save.
Oh, I should have specified this at the time, but I don't
Nope.
want to kill the guy.
So he takes 3.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Barry is going to attempt to tackle the priest to the ground.
Tackle him? You mean like,
Kind of like
Grapple?
grapple him and try and fall
Push
down
attack?
with him.
he can do a grab attack, so that would
Yeah.
be a athletics check.
Okay.
So I think that would just be strength for him.
He's pretty strong. Okay, he didn't roll well, but he's strong.
Well, let's see. The priest isn't the strongest, so maybe he will. Oh, no. He just pushes him back. He's like, "Ugh."
He's,
No,
he's pretty
Barry.
strong. He pushed a
Would
boulder
he
back.
have? Would his advantage, or would the offering advantage against the thing count for grapple? Against the thing?
It would, but I think, oh, wait, actually, because he would be
He's
a
a
size
large creature.
category larger. Alright, so sure, he would grab him then.
Isn't it?
Nice.
Can't put him on the ground yet, but you can definitely
No.
grab him.
Essentially, he wants to grab him and kind of body block his vision from his allies.
He's blind. Anyway.
Oh, he's already blind.
I know, but now he's just
No,
getting a
but you
bear
got
hug.
him. You got him controlled. Yeah.
Alright, Otto.
I think. Let's see. If I go.
I also want this barricade to be the icon forever, no matter what it is.
He is Barry C. Aid.
That
Yep.
would be 90 plus 20, so that would put me in range. So yeah, I will fly here and Eldritch Blast this guy.
Boo boo. Alright.
Which one? The one at the top or the one I'm fighting?
The one I ping.
So
I don't-
ape. Small ape man.
No, not the ape.
Small ape man. Small, not large.
Okay. And B-Blast. B-Blast.
Alright, so the second one strikes. Shooting him for 5. You gonna push him?
Sure, I'll push him. I'm going to try and push him into the range of the weapon, the spiritual weapon. Why
Alright.
not? There we go. And that's all I have. And actually, did I use my full movement? Yeah, I did. Okay.
So he gets a save for the blindness at the end of his turn, right? I think he gets to save each turn to try to shake it.
I think so. Let me double check.
Alright, because I think he's gonna...
At the end of each of his turns.
He is going to attempt to dispel magic on the polymorph. Bloop, 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 bloop.
You can't
see
see it
that?
though.
You don't have to. I looked it up. Just
Oh.
within range. Unfortunately, well, what level is the spell?
Fourth.
Whoa.
Okay. So he does have one more level 4 spell. So he will cast spell magic. Boop, 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 boop. And Monkey would
I just-
poof.
And suddenly he sees a barricade in his face.
Calix yells counterspell. It doesn't do anything.
Or
But
both.
yeah.
Counter spell! Alright, so Barrett is back.
Barrett, please.
Scratching his butt, maybe.
Yep.
War Priest at the end of his turn is going to try to shake the blindness. So he does a...
Wait, question. When I turned into a giant ape, did that break the restraints?
It did, yeah.
So I'm not restrained.
So you're not restrained.
But I'm still prone.
No, you're not prone. You're because you got up as a monkey.
Okay.
You're just very wounded. Con save 18.
That would save.
All right, so he shakes off the blindness.
Meet Barry.
And he says, "We can do this." That's it for him. The champion is gonna grab the girl and throw her over his shoulder. He is strong enough to carry her.
Can he still use a two-handed weapon while he's carrying her on his shoulder?
He can't. He comes out and he sees that they're not restrained yet, and he's gonna yell a expletive and move another 30 feet, and then just drop her on the ground here. That's it for him.
Rude. Drop her on the ground. Come on.
Barrett.
So, with my movement speed halves, I can only get here, which is just out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Is there not like
Also, yeah, there is a
living-
dude next to you, so
yeah,
I don't know
think
if you want
the
to do that.
token. The
Oh,
token
there
speed
is- oh,
reward
yeah.
is blue. Yeah, there you go.
Token servant. Never mind, then I will attack twice.
Alright, so you go for that guy. Alright, he blocks your first swing.
Oof.
20... No, he can't parry that, so he'll take it.
Hurry this, you casual.
He does 10 points, or you do 10 points of damage. Ugh. Anything else?
I wish I could rage right now, but no, I can't. That's all.
Anvir.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon. Ooh, I think that doesn't hit.
He would block that. Dink.
And remind me again, how good of a bonus is high ground?
It's +1 to attacks.
Okay. I'll use an inspiration point, why not? And I will do a guiding bolt just first level on that champion.
Alright, you fire a guiding bolt down at him.
Which one is the champion?
Champion's
of the perks
this guy
spells.
over here.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
I'm gonna have to.
I think
replace-
he's aiming at this guy, right?
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh,
Which one were you aiming at?
The one who had the girl.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, 21 would
wasn't it?
strike
Okay.
him.
Yeah. 4d6.
So he is struck
Not
for
Great roll.
9 points, and there is advantage on the next attack against him. Anything else?
I'm going to move a wee bit because I'm not in range of the guy right now, right?
In range of what guy?
The cleric.
No, he's 5 feet away from you. Barry's kind of in the way. I guess Barry would be
the-
wide too. Doo, 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 doo.
I'm sorry, bro.
What
I
is
was
this
coming
music
down.
playlist you have?
It's called Free
Famous
Music
voice.
Playlist.
Also, can I have my temp HP?
Oh, sorry. I've been terrible with that today.
And
And-
anyway.
That's my action, bonus action, and some movement. So that'll be me.
All right.
Got him addicted to hit points. So like, you got any more of that temporary hit points?
Yeah.
Give me
You're
a
like-
hit, man.
Temp HP dealer.
You got any many of that?
Give me my hit. All right. So we are at overtime here. So why don't we do MVP? We'll pick up this epic raging battle next time.
There should be only one into this.
And since you guys get one of your people back when you give them an extra soldier, and he poofs in. Just kidding.
Oof.
Maybe.
I forgot that was done.
So 2.
We had no Archer, did we?
Yes, you have your Catman.
The archer is
Bow,
not here right
yeah.
now.
I don't remember how to do anything. Oh yeah, there it is.
It is this. To that whisper.
Yeah.
Alright, so with 2 votes, Calyx, you are MVP.
Thank you very much.
Otherwise, a pretty split vote.
It's Barry though. So wait, I'm just kidding. I'm like standing next to Barry at a party, and he brought me there. So they're like, he's cool too, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, someone did put Barry, and then you in parentheses.
Very good. I would have put Barry
Yeah,
too.
I did.
That's what I did. That's what I did last week. That's what I did last week. I wrote Alex parentheses Barry and parentheses.
I think me and bloody
Barricade.
Sam voted for you, and we both did Barry and Calyx.
Yeah.
I actually
like
voted
you-
for Aldwin this time because if it wasn't for that crazy like flurry of like attacks, that
Yeah.
that really changed the
Oh, God,
tide of
yeah.
it. Yeah, good job.
I imagine in the future it'll be a situation like only one of them can live, and you all just be like, "Sorry, Calyx, it's Barry's got to go. He's got to live."
We love Barry.
If you die, Barry can't come back ever.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Oh.
I mean, I think most of us are magically inclined enough to realize.
Yeah,
that we're
you would
doing
know.
some magic.
I
yeah.
know.
Even if we don't understand the magic.
Yeah. Barry's my in-game avatar, so he can have confidence in-game.
Yeah, I thought, wow. I thought you guys were getting arrested
Rough.
or captured, yeah. And I
would've
thought
done that
that
multiple times.
yeah, I really thought that the only thing Otto could do to help was to try to not get captured so that he might be
Yeah.
able to try
It
and
was
find
all
you.
on that
It was-
shitty flame strike roll, honestly. If he had done a good
Yep.
flame strike, he could have knocked Eldwin
Yeah.
out. But then it spiraled.
Basically,
and- yeah.
I haven't had good experiences with these people, so there's no way I was letting them take Alex. So
No, I didn't have a good
It-
feeling either, considering like they came right out, like not even willing to like exchange a couple words, you know. There wasn't
Yep.
even like an attempt, like a roll up persuasion check kind of thing. So I'm like, yep, they're not even listening.
oh boy. Well, that was fun.
Wait.
I mean,
Lots
it's
of
not over
battle.
yet. And honestly, I mean, I knew you guys didn't even know the girl was back there, but I was kind of afraid
No.
he was just gonna go back there and stab her in his frustration
Yeah.
at us not
When
getting
you-
under control.
When Raven's like he goes back there and finishes his turn, I thought he was going to say finishes her.
Right? Same.
I
Right?
was like, oh. I mean, I see the person now, I guess. So
Yeah, and
go
I think
down
you
there at
guys
some
have all
point.
just gotten. And I was actually just thinking, just after my last turn, I was thinking like that Otto should tell you all that there's another prisoner, that they've got another prisoner. But then he brought her
Yeah.
out anyway. So
be definitely heading that way in the future for that to see what
All I
she's
could think-
doing there.
All I could think of was like, man, we've got to be the most annoying people to fight right now.
we had a lot of bad rolls on like stealth checks and various things, but we had a lot of like rolls like on actions that were really pivotal, that really like were really strategic and stuff. So
Yeah.
Mostly, I haven't been able to do much, but everything I have done has worked super well. So I'm like,
don't
Yeah, that
jinx
was some
yourself. Don't
good-
knock on wood.
That was some good slicing you did there.
I was actually surprised how much damage I did with Steel Wind. I was like, whoa, okay.
For a
I
second
like
there,
Steel Wind.
if Polymorph wasn't despaired, I was going to throw a giant rock.
Yeah, there's a
that.
few of them around.
Yeah, I'll just pick up that one. Rock.
I like the rock attack. It's only one throw, but it's pretty hefty.
Yeah, I was just
literally.
throwing at the champion. I think that was champion anyway.
Oops.
Anyway,
There we go.
the fun session tonight.